Good evening, you gathering of grisly gremlins, gorgeous gizmos, and gonorrhea-ridden gimps.
Ugh.
Welcome to the Diecast. So before we start, if you're new here, subscribe to either the Twitch where we are now live, or the YouTube where you will see this re-uploaded.
In the future!
Woo! Also, just before we start, just a quick address of last week's episode, where the themes of the characters and the establishment and stuff were loosely based around China and Japan, or primarily Japan in this case. I watched a brilliant video essay by Spice8Rack earlier discussing world building and how sometimes we can blend Eastern cultures into one without really thinking it through. So I just want to say that I will be doing some learning before doing further world building on these areas, but just as a thumbs up in advance type thing. So, last week we delved into the back rooms of a rather nefarious establishment. The party effectively fought off the drunken gremlins that staffed Master Goto's brewhouse, slaying them to a man. A run-in with some homunculi-type creatures and some gambling tanuki left many a question as to the motives and management of this pub. However, in the final room, Master Goto himself was brought low through combined effort and finished off with flame, whilst his guard was down. What do the party think about this ironically cold-blooded coup de grace? Let's find out. So we join you back in the basement with a smouldering corpse of an elderly gremlin. Briarleaf's jaw on the floor, and Scarius's arm still raised with little flamethrower gonk upon it. Music's a bit cheery, hold on. It's like everyone's dead!
Oh,
I immediately walk out the room and just go to retrieve that, that magical tinkering coin that I made, the light coin that I made.
The copper, yeah.
So I just go and just pick up my copper, put it in my, and just sort of turn around and be like, "Are you guys coming?"
Just staring at the corpse,
Oh no!
Huh.
He's dead.
The dude surrendered.
Oh no! He definitely didn't deserve it.
Well, no, he was kind of a shitbag, but I don't know. Oh well, can't bring him back. And then I'm just gonna walk out after Scarius.
Is there anything in there worth us looking at?
So Scarius already
I know you
grabbed
took
the
eyes.
Yeah, the mana geo
But
type
in the other
things.
rooms and stuff as we're leaving as well. 'Cause obviously we didn't look in them, did we? We just...
Make an investigation check.
No.
Investigation.
Not 20.
Nice. Okay, so
Have a look.
one that Bax might appreciate, I've got it saved on my phone. There, in the corner of the room with the tanuki, quite a dark corner, sort of tucked away behind a little wardrobe with, near some beds, is a hammer of sorts.
Oh.
Please say I can find it. This
Hammer.
is one of those things where I totally forgot about until you just did a search. It is a reinforced stick with a barrel on the end.
Oh, okay.
I found it on TikTok and saved the name of the guy who... There it is. So it's called The Last Call, and it is inscribed on the handle.
Last call. Awesome.
Cool.
It was written by The Lawlock. So this big hammer that you've just picked up and had a look at. So The Last Call is inscribed into it. Other than that, you know nothing more about it other than when you hold it, something about it feels special.
Okay. So stick, barrel on the end.
Yeah, there's a
in the
picture
fashion of
there.
Oh, that's very cool.
I
Yeah,
will.
I like it.
I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up. Probably not. No, it's too bright. Okay, we'll
Okay, so
upload a thing of it.
That's
But
So I found that, have I?
yeah, you spotted her in the corner, but immediately it just sort of screams back.
Yeah, it does. I'll be like,
Gimme. It's like taking.
Yeah,
Just
it
like you
feels
can-
a lot lighter, but not flimsy and not like it's gonna break anytime soon.
Okay.
There's definitely something in the barrel to like give it some weight, possibly sand or whatever, but
Wiki.
it's definitely lighter than just a large rock with
Cool.
rivets through it.
I'm gonna like give it a little spin, and I feel it. Okay, this is interesting. I'm just gonna like put it on my back through like a
Yeah, it's like just two of them.
double hammer.
You're just sort of like walking slightly like angled backwards now. Yeah, other than that, where the Tanuki were, there is a bag of 12 gold pieces and 4 silver pieces. There is a spare pack of cards that have a dragon motif. And just, you know, your half-drank bottles of alcohol mainly, and then everything else is just sort of to help run the establishment. So there's raw ingredients, some soup and ramen that was like sort of in the middle of being produced.
I'm standing sort of
gonna-
on the bottom step,
Mm.
but then I go, oh, wait a second, and I go back in
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can salvage any pieces off the barrel bot.
Okay, yeah. So you can actually make a. Is it Tinkerer's Toolkit or something? It's called?
Yeah,
Yeah, make a roll with that.
Ooh, 9.
9. You can quite easily get the sort of barrel body off of the caterpillar tracks of each. And you can sort of dismantle enough of the caterpillar tracks to get a few like cogs and sprockets and stuff out
Okay.
to, you know, stock up on your mechanically bits. And the arms you can't quite delicately enough sort of dismantle the hands bit by bit, so you just sort of like pull one of the entire arms off. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take the cards
Mhm.
and then split the cash between us. So it's like 3 gold each and 1 silver, right?
3 gold, 1 silver. Very nice.
Well
Very
done.
nice.
yeah, I was gonna say that was a little Borat, wasn't it? Borat backs.
Was it 3 gold, 1 silver?
3 gold,
Yeah.
1 silver.
Blue flower, red thorns.
So it wasn't the most monetary worthy adventure, but it was quite the eye opener for Scarius, and if anything, an eye opener to the party about just how ruthless he can be when it comes to something as serious as this.
Yeah. A point as well. I've been running Gonk wrong this whole time.
All right.
No.
So it's about this time that you see Gonk on my arm, because I took Gonk off you, didn't I, at the end, because it was damaged, so to heal it up. At this time you see Gonk just sort of power down and become a bracelet again.
Okay.
Gonk can only be awake for an hour a day unless I give spell slots to keep it awake.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
To be fair, she hasn't been like wandering around or anything,
No,
is she? She's
no,
just been
she's
being
just been-
carried,
yeah,
isn't
and
she?
then-
So,
Every now and again, just like
No, let's retcon
Gonk.
like 8 sessions.
yeah.
yeah, and then Gonk does the, and
Yeah.
then everyone is like, "Oh, I feel better now."
Yeah.
I guess
But,
as long as she's like gripped to your arm, then
Yeah.
it's fine.
We'll come more into that when if there are times where you need to go for much longer periods of time in terms of adventuring.
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I really need a drink and I lay down.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so at this time it's about 6 p.m.
Oh yeah, this all happened like after we'd gone to the
Yeah, you all sat down.
big thing for the evening.
Yeah,
wasn't
you
it?
went to visit Roz, got some information about a possible suspect down at the docks, and then Lilith wandered off. But yeah, it's only about 6 o'clock now.
At the top of the stairs, are there in the sort of upstairs, is there any nicer whiskey?
Make an investigation check.
That just went. It didn't roll. It just went. Dunk.
Yeah.
You
You could
know as
hear
well.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Investigation was it?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Nice. Yeah, there is a much finer bottle of whiskey. There's also a clear spirit, possibly a rice spirit, but
Nice.
it was written in Gremlin, so you can't like make out what it actually translates to.
Are we looting?
But,
We looting the place?
But yeah,
Let's go.
Those
So
two bottles are.
It could be sake. It could be paint thinner. I can't tell at this point in time.
But yeah, they
Give it a Baxter drink.
estimated to be
We'll
about
see.
30 gold each.
Okay.
Bryleaf is going to be like the last to leave the room, and just before she leaves, she's going to get a silver coin out and just kind of put it on the body of Goto. Go down on one knee, kind of do this with her hands, and then go, Kit, what am I doing with these people? And then get up and walk out.
Okay.
Giving Ascarius a side eye as I walk past him.
Fuck, I pissed off the fox.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Is there anything, like when I'm holding the cards, is there anything I can tell that's different about them?
They're definitely high quality.
Mm-hmm.
The ink seems to be more of like a metallic-y ink on them. At the moment, though, you can't necessarily tell anything,
Okay.
extra about them.
What are we talking about?
The deck
The
of cards that she
cards.
found where the Tanuki were playing. It was like sort of they took some cards with them, but there was like another pack that had been knocked off to the side.
So I thought, should we do anything about the bodies, or are we just gonna leave them here?
Nah. Just leave them.
Okay.
Nobody's
I
gonna know
mean-
it was us, right?
True. I'm just thinking that we were thinking about, going to that graveyard and maybe doing a little digging. We could, two birds. That's
Yeah, but then we gotta carry them.
True.
And it's not like they look alive. One of them's on fire.
He's not on fire anymore. Formerly on
Okay,
fire.
one of them
but,
smells like burgers.
Yeah, okay, fair. That's probably going to raise more questions, actually.
Why are you carrying a lump of burgers? Would be the exact question.
Could have put it in a bag or sack.
Some sort of haversack.
I mean, as long as we're not seen leaving this place.
Shall we maybe see if there's like a back door?
Or we could just burn it down.
No, that could get out of control so quick.
But then there's already burnt bodies, so it makes sense.
It's true, it does make sense.
I would advise against it, because if we're seen leaving a burning building, it's going to be worse.
No,
than
I'm not
being-
saying. I'm just saying, leave the back door and then burn it down.
Is this building like terraced with other buildings, or is it?
No, it takes up the sort of width of one of the under tables. There's a small alley behind it, running sort of parallel with the front facade, and then another building. So
And these
there's
under tables are stone, aren't they? So
Yeah,
It's like
so
there is a barrier.
it will struggle to get up past it, especially that there aren't that many sort of overhangs on this particular building.
Okay.
However, it could spread to the building behind this one quite feasibly, because alleys in the city range between about, in some places, down to as thin as like 3-4 feet, where you have to sort of like squeeze sideways through some of the parts.
Plus, it burned really quick because it's full of alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, at most they'll go to like 10 feet of width, so in the narrow spots the flame could well jump.
I
Plus-
think we've already done enough damage here.
I'm up for okay.
And I
Yeah,
think we
maybe
need to
we
go.
maybe
I would advise against it myself.
maybe just a little small fire
I'm just saying, it's quite chaotic.
in the basement. A little small fire in the basement, and unfortunately everyone was down there at the time.
Yeah, like we could put the bodies down there, and then set the basement on fire, and be like, oh no, the basement's on fire.
What she said.
Ah. We went in there having a drink.
We were
and
having-
then smelly
Smelled like
burger.
smoke, so we ran. We don't know
Ah.
what happened. Oh no.
Do what you're going to do. I'll wait up here.
You've already killed someone. So, well, you killed multiple people, so you could just help us carry the bodies down.
I'm gonna,
I'll carry the bodies.
There we are.
I'm gonna
That's
lean
fine.
over the bar and start grabbing just bottles of alcohol and just like carrying them to the basement.
Mind you, it did take 12 sessions for one of these harebrained plans, so I'm genuinely impressed. Okay, yeah, you spend some time lugging remains of bodies down into the basement and pouring quite strong spirit alcohol over them.
Oh dear.
Briley, if I assume you stay upstairs, or you just leave?
Riley's out.
Right,
She's
you've
out to
left
the
the
building.
building.
Yeah, she didn't want us to do
Okay.
She's just outside.
It's like, they're in
quite,
there!
quite like a considerable way away as well, because it just looked really weird if I'm just standing outside the building
Yeah.
and then it goes.
Yeah, okay.
Did you go
Hands
back
crossed against the
or
door.
front?
I went out the back. Is there a
There
back
is no
door?
back.
Okay,
Ah,
didn't go out
okay.
the back then. See, you tricked me.
Is
I'm
there a
going out
window?
the front then.
There are some windows in the front.
Is there,
I went
is
out
there a
through the roof.
chimney? Yeah, is there
No.
a chimney that I can climb? No, I just went out the front door.
The chimney systems in the lower buildings, instead of just being like a funnel that goes out the top, they are usually much narrower, and they sort of like dog leg into the alley, and then so you'll occasionally see smoke coming out the tops of the gaps in the alleys. But yeah, you will notice on your way out there were some spilled bowls of, well, not spilled bowls, but there's definitely some spilled soup where Francine had an absolute feeding frenzy.
Francine.
So yeah, you leave and sort of wash your hands of her a bit. You guys spend some time prepping a crime scene.
Bags of Lilith just evil laughing, throwing fucking whiskey everywhere.
We didn't kill them, we just
I
got rid of
actually,
their bodies.
Okay,
Actually, no, you killed them.
the one thing we got to do is make sure that it doesn't spread. So we'll keep an eye and maybe have some water nearby just in case.
I have just this. It's just just a water
like a
flask,
skin,
just like
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like tinderbox and just try and catch some of the alcohol.
Yeah, it goes up.
Doing it like a what's
Yeah.
the word?
Like one of those
fuse,
fuse. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you sort of like lead some up the stairs, ignite it, and put this like little bit of kindling on the top, and immediately it's like because alcohol burns pretty rapidly, and
Yeah.
this stuff is high percentage. So yeah, there's definitely a fire going, and you start to hear some popping and cracking, and then like small explosions as the bottles that were bunged up.
yeah.
That you,
But
you
is
know,
it
start shattering and exploding downstairs.
so? Is it stone downstairs?
The-
Or is it made of
the
timber?
very well,
the basement. Yeah.
with the basement, the walls are definitely like cornered with stone.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it just sort of piggybacking off of the big black stone that goes along it. But
I can imagine like Bryleaf being out by a stall or something, and everyone's
could
like,
just-
"Can you bang?" And she's like, "Huh? Huh? Yeah. So how much for these? Beer, these?"
okay, good.
Just stand admiring our handiwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
You very, very quickly have to move from where you are because the fire is
fire is hot.
Like
raging in the
okay,
basement
back.
now. Because yeah, the walls, the floor, and the ceiling are wood, and there is fuel galore, and it is currently a full-blown raging fire in the basement, creeping its way up the stairs,
Okay, go.
and then the floor underneath
Let's
you
go.
starts getting hot.
We need to go.
Oh, yeah.
Leave.
I'm gonna. Okay, this is kind of big. I'm gonna go up to the top of the stairs, and I'm gonna take that alchemy jug that I found in the library.
Right.
I'm just gonna try and uncork it, like pour some water, just to try and stop it from spreading up the stairs. Like just to
Yeah.
wet that area.
So you uncork it. Luckily, not the piss one by mistake. Yeah, and you
still
start
would've
dousing
dampened
the
it.
top
Yeah, just
of the
stink it.
stairs.
Where'd we get a piss
and-
jar
yeah,
from?
fresh water.
The library.
I get.
Oh.
Remember the one
8
with all the
gallons.
like
Or salt water, even 12 gallons.
arms?
Okay. It is fresh water.
Okay.
So are you using the whole 8 gallons?
Yeah. I'm
So,
gonna try and
yeah,
just wet all the area so it doesn't spread. any
You wet
further.
the area and douse it, and you think, "Fuck yeah, I've done it!" And then realize that the flames have spread to the roof of the basement and are now basically along the floor of the building.
Of the
And
upstairs.
even though you're fire resistant, you can definitely feel the heat on underneath you.
Liz is already out. She's
Yeah.
not taking any of this
just
shit. When he's like, I'm like, no,
I'm gonna
bye-bye.
turn to Lilith and say, well, we should go, and then realise she's not there.
She's already gone. She's like, no,
I'm just, like, following.
you are
Okay.
fireproof. I am not. I burn.
Yeah.
All the while I've been upstairs just waiting for them.
Yeah, well, they would have been at the top of the stairs in the back room. You would have been in the front bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can hear all these like explosions and stuff, and can start to feel the floor heating up. And
Guys, did you contain it?
Yep. Let's
Get
go.
out.
yeah, they're already running.
We're already outside.
I use thaumaturgy to make all of the windows close, so at least there's a chance of suffocating the flame.
Okay, so you shut all the shutters on the window, and as you do so, the floor 10 feet behind you caves out, and you can now just see the basement is completely engulfed with flame. Like, this whole building's gonna go.
Okay, I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point, just like out onto the street, like, okay, go, go, go.
Yeah, you sort
Is
of
it
like
obvious it's
slam
on
the door
fire now?
behind you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you slam the
Okay.
door behind you, you can hear more of the floor crumbling away. And there's like a few people looking on, and they're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like there are very clear.
Do we shout fire and pretend this started while we were in there?
Yes.
Ah! Fire!
Make a performance check with disadvantage.
Damn it!
Sounds pathetic.
Okay, that was 18. What's that? 7.
7. Okay, a few people hear you, but they're like weird response. But yeah, so there's some brass helms walking by that realize now that there's smoke billowing from under this front door, and now the front windows.
As I see them approaching,
Do the thing! Now! There we go. The front windows just blow out, and there's glass raining into the street, and the flames start like spitting up and out of the window.
I would like to look for a nearby alleyway to duck into, out of sight of the street.
Okay. I assume you're gonna do this quite stealthily to like
Yeah.
sort of nonchalantly
Like,
slink
off we
away.
go kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
Fleeing the scene.
Yep. The guards and the brass helms are now.
What are we
trying
doing?
To get
We're
out
running
of
away.
control.
Stealth check. 13.
13. Okay.
What am I doing? Stealth?
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely not something I've done, because I've just stood there going, fire! And then
9.
tried to run away.
9.
17.
Maybe
Okay.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
Scarius like tries to like slink away with Bax. He doesn't even see Lilith disappear, and he like just bumps straight into this like guard holding a sand bucket, and it just like drops it on the floor.
Oh, good. I was looking for anyone to help us put this fire out.
Make a deception check.
Deception.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. He's like, if you're not going to help, get out of the way quickly.
How can I help?
Get the sand. And
Okay.
there's like people going down to the because you're relatively close to the bay. So there's people going down and just basically getting fresh buckets of sand, or like going into parks and getting like dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
Whilst they wait for some of the mages to come, because you know that in this city the sort of fire department is just a mage that goes.
As it would.
That's
yeah,
cool.
that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
just join in.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're in the line.
What,
You're like. No,
coming out.
you're running along with a bucket, you're passing them back and forth, you're throwing them on. You two have slinked out of.
Are we in the same alley?
Secretly pick heads or tails each and commit to it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3, reveal. 1, 2, 3.
Tails.
Okay, you snuck into the alley, you went back towards the goblin and into the next available alley. Lilith saw one opposite her and just ran.
Right.
But you are now in the same alley. You are now, like,
Do I know where I am,
I-
though?
You roughly know where you are, yeah.
As I'm like chucking sand and
Yeah,
passing
you can
buckets
just
and
see,
stuff,
you can see Scarus, like, joining
I'm
in
like
with the
looking
effort.
around and I'm like in the earring. I'm like, Lilith, where the fuck are you?
There's an alley opposite. Just run forward. Just drop the bucket and run. Just do it. They won't even notice.
I chuck. Are we just chucking sand on the fire?
Yeah, trying to
So
combat
I-
her enough so that people can get into the building
Yeah.
to do more.
I chuck sand on an empty bucket and I run down the alley as if I'm gonna go and get some water.
Okay.
Is
Alright.
it no like all say that like I said like Bryleaf would be by a stall. Like would the stall people be there or would they be helping?
By this point,
Everyone,
there
we
were
burned
some
down
people
the building.
that
It looks like bum.
bummed down building.
Yeah, we bummed down the building.
yeah.
It says
It's not bum the
burn.
building.
Got a bum.
Um,
It says bum.
But yeah, Bryleaf sort of tries to hide, and you end up at like a produce vendor that's selling fresh fruit. But the vendor is a slightly older human woman, so she's like, "Well, there ain't no point in me doing that, is there?"
But is there any vendors that have gone to the fire?
There's a couple that were like really close,
Yeah.
and a few of the people who are purchasing things at the vendors have gone to help. But she's like, you gonna help?
Oh, I'm not even talking to her. I
Oh.
don't even want to talk to her.
Oh no,
Yeah.
she's addressing you.
Oh fuck. Bushy tail could go up in flames.
Oh, right, yeah, makes sense. What would you like? It's just like, name a fruit, good to go. Like, she's got everything.
I'll have apples, please.
How many?
3.
That will be
Scene
6
playing out,
copper.
There's a blazing
There's a big
building
fire, and
just
this
beyond.
woman's like, oh well.
But yeah, no, she's a few blocks down, to be
Oh,
fair.
okay,
She
okay.
fucking scarfed.
She's not like
She
right
was out
opposite,
of-
like, oh no.
No,
Well,
no,
I may as
no.
well still carry on
She's
selling
like-
my fruit.
She's a good few buildings
My
down.
fruit.
Fair. The image of that in my head was so funny.
Yeah, no, a few buildings down. So, like, you can just hear these, like, muffled, like, come on.
Distant
I
explosion.
didn't want to buy these fucking apples. How much are they?
I think I queued, like,
Just when
6,
she turns around, just leave.
6 copper.
6 copper.
She turns around to pick them up.
They're
just
very
run.
nice big apples. 2 are green and 1 is slightly more
Well, I've
yellow.
taken 3 because I don't like scarries. So
We just burned the building down, but we're fine.
It's just a building. It's
Yeah,
not a
we were.
guy.
Exactly.
When I finally catch up with you, I'm like,
Yeah, you all sort of, like, converge towards the goblin and, like, bump into each other at different points.
okay.
Oh hi.
Oh, that was exciting. Whoa.
is there any meat vendors that have gone?
That have gone.
Maybe.
That have gone to the fire?
Yes.
Oh,
One.
I'm going to walk past it and I'm going to take some sausages as I walk
Okay.
past.
Make
Still
a
did
sleight of
notice.
hand check.
No, no one's there.
Yeah, but
That
surely.
doesn't mean no one can see you on the street.
Oh dear, danger.
Stealing sausages, even worse than arson.
Could be grapes.
18.
You arsoned a man.
18.
He arsoned
Yeah,
himself.
you get a sort of quite a compact, knotted, like twist of links of like a.
I mean, it's not too bad in Briley's mind because she did pay for the apples.
It's a different vendor.
Yeah, but if you're going to leave your food unguarded,
Strong.
what is it with the fucking crime?
Survival of the
I know.
fittest. I've
Hello?
always been a criminal.
It's
2
crime
episodes
day.
ago was the naked episode. Last episode was the dungeon crawler. Now is the crime one. What is happening?
It's taken us 12 episodes to set something on fire, everyone.
I've
We're,
always been the
we're
crime.
doing good.
No, you've set multiple people on fire already.
Yeah, but you know.
Very well.
I've always been the crime one.
Yeah, no, I know, but now you're actively acting upon the crime.
Property
Yeah, because I've got
damage.
someone also helping me. Also,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
enable
really
each
want
other.
to.
Okay.
I don't want to
Max
get
is easily
caught.
convinced.
Guys,
I'm just like fire.
Next-
Okay.
next time we do something like this, I'm going to teach you how to control the fire first.
Nah, it's fine. We got away. Nobody noticed.
And now the brass homes are distracted, so we can go dig up that grave.
Nice.
I am actually gonna rejoin the group eating a sausage.
Okay, yeah. It's quite like a sage and oniony sausage.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, it's good.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I was waiting to see how many of you would say.
Yes.
Fuck's sake.
I'm just gonna hold the sausage up and go.
Could have cooked
It's
them
at
on the
this
fire.
point you hear
Taking
a
out a shovel, like.
very large bang
Oh, fuck.
as the final reserves of the whiskey barrels have all ignited at the same time and detonated, blowing the front of the building out. However, from like sort of down the main street where you are, because you sort of like all snuck off through alleys and stuff and then just sort of met up nonchalantly, the black structure completely untouched, unmarked, but the entire like front facade of the building is just fucking blown out, knocking over quite a few people with not
no.
knowing what
What a shame.
actually happened to them, because people are now under burning rubble.
Oh,
Or as in, just innocent bystanders.
Civilians helping.
Can
put
we
the
still see it?
flames out.
I'm
You can.
in that
It's
case. I'm
a
gonna
bit further down.
I'm gonna return and help.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's innocent bystanders that have hurt, Briarleaf will go and help as well.
Okay.
Shit.
Away from scars.
Shit. Shit. Oh, fine. I'm gonna go after
Yeah.
him.
So there's a few people gathered round.
Lily's
There's
really
like
slowly walking towards you, all like, oh.
some of the mages have appeared and have started like blasting streams of water into the building, but one of them has diverted their attention to put out some of the burning splinters and rubble to allow people to pick them up off of people.
I'm gonna, because knowing that I could probably pick up hot rubble and being quite strong, I'm just gonna go in there and start like.
Yeah, you
pulling
start.
stuff off.
And-
You don't hold it long enough to like physically burn yourself, but it's like you just start pulling.
Help from
piles
just a
of it
little
off,
bit of
yeah.
fire resistance.
Make an athletics check for me.
Okay. Athletics. Oh yeah, that's fingers crossed. Let's go. Oh yeah, 18.
Okay, yeah. You see that there's a couple of the guys from down near the dock where like people were running past with buckets and stuff. They've come up, and one of the dock workers is like laying on his back, trapped under this like rubble, and you lift it off him, but realize it's stuck in through his shoulder and like punctured him like quite, and he's taken quite a almost like a shotgun of flaming shrapnel from the blast. So you manage to sort of unhook him from it quite effectively, and he gets up and gets like pulled away by, or like
Well,
he sits
as-
up and gets pulled
As
away.
you sit him up, I put a potion of healing in his mouth.
Okay, cool. Yeah. The wound closes over mostly, leaving a little bit of scarring because of the sort of heat around it.
5.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's just now out of breath and a bit shaken, and he's sitting with his back against the building opposite where someone dragged him.
While this is going on and they are kind of all helping everyone, Lilith is gonna look to see if she can see anyone with these tattoos on, like helping, or
Amongst
like
the dock.
amongst the dock people,
Make a perception
or
check.
like in the background. What am I doing? Perception.
I honestly thought you were going to say she's going to go and look for some business.
Yeah, natural one.
Okay, you
So
don't.
everything.
Yeah, you don't spot anyone
Dry eyes from
with
the fire.
specifically tattoos, but
There's like smoke, and you're like,
Oh, danger.
yeah, and every time you try and shift downwind, the wind, or like upwind, the wind changes directions. And you're like, oh fuck! But yeah, you don't spot anything. But yeah, you manage to get everyone out alive, but there is one of the sort of first guards on the scene, the one that you bumped into. His left leg below the knee has just been blown off. He's being patched up by some other guys.
I'll give him my remaining potion of healing.
I was about to say that one of the wizards that was, or one of the mages that was doing that goes, "I'll be back," and he like sort of opens a portal, steps through, and brings out like a priest.
Go on.
And there's this guy. He basically just does like a mass healing word type thing, and just sort of just to stem the bleeding of everyone and stuff. But this guy, his leg is completely gone, like no recovering that. But the
Generate.
bleeding is
Fine.
stemmed enough.
Hey, why not? Excuse me.
She's down the street. Yeah, so yeah, there's
That was my conscience.
the priest looks very confused because like clearly he was just in the middle of something and now has been thrust into this like crime scene. Yeah. He even comes through with like a book in his hand and he's like, oh, so sort of stows there in his cloak and is like starting to heal people. They
Does
start
his
stretching
general
guys
healing? Does it heal us? Because it's just general healing.
You were further away. It would
Yeah.
heal you 3 though.
Oh.
So something good came of this.
You're welcome.
Some healing.
Oh shit! That was a D8, not a D4. D4. They always blend in. Okay, each of you get 6 HP back.
See, it was all
I
worth it.
approach the guard guy with his leg missing, and I say, look, I know this looks bad. He's probably barely
Yeah,
conscious.
he's dizzy. He's sort of seeing stars. You can see his tongue like every now and again just sort of goes.
But I say, we can do something about this. And oh, does he not even know? Oh. Okay.
He's like.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on him, and when he starts to be a bit more compos mentis, I'll reapproach and basically offer to make him a prosthetic.
Okay.
When everyone's when Lilith can see that everyone's okay, she's just gonna go back to the goblin and just be like, okay, bye, and just slink off, just like she's off.
Slink off. No one really notices much because they're too busy like dealing with what's going on. The guard that had his leg blown off, he gets put onto a stretcher, and the other 2 guards with him are very much like with it, but he's clearly
Okay.
still.
I'll approach one of them then and say, I can make magical prosthetics.
You sort of notice your hands
Yeah,
as a
and
gesture.
I lost all use of my left arm, but considering this very unfortunate event, I'm more than willing to make a prosthetic for free.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'm sure really appreciate that very much, thank you. But if you don't mind, we've got to get him to the infirmary.
Of course.
He's sort of like proper like.
Isn't that where they burn people?
That's
infirmary's a hospital.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
What was
the
Infirmary.
crematorium.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
thinking of a furnace or inferno?
I think I was thinking of Inferno.
And you thinking of incinerator?
Oh, maybe.
The Inferno is the thing we've just done.
Yeah. But I was just
back
like,
in the day,
oh.
you would have worked in the Inferno.
When I've seen that, like, most people are okay and there's not much more rubble to be cleared, I'm gonna slink away again.
Okay, like because of how many people came to like respond, you're just sort of forgotten about, or like Skyris bumping into a guy. Yes, like no one's gonna recognize a face or know which direction anyone came from or is going. But yeah, you all successfully leave, having just maimed several people.
We also helped them. They like
It's okay to punch someone in the face if you give them a tenner afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're into that sort of thing.
If they're consented adults.
Yeah, key thing, consenting.
Well, if they're into it, don't you think they'd pay the puncher?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to pay up front.
Lilith is just sat
the
there
music is a little
in our normal spot, just drinking an ale, waiting for you all to come back in. Like, she did help out, but not as much as... Like, she helped out people who looked more, like, commoners then. Does that make sense? Rather than, like, if the guards and stuff were helping... She didn't really care. But, like, commoners, like, common village folk then, she was helping out, but she wouldn't have...
Yeah, it was more of a case of where you were, like, the sort of few buildings along, sort of more crowd control and ushering people away as opposed to, like, direct.
Yeah, like, she
helping.
wouldn't have come anywhere near the guards. Like, that one with his leg blown off, I think she probably would have laughed at him, so...
Okay. As soon as we sat back in there, I say, okay, so I know that we're trying to embrace chaos, but...
Wait, you were the one trying to embrace chaos, I'm
Also,
not.
piety point. But you gain one with unknown entity.
Okay, nice.
Well, one each or just one?
One of each.
No, just the unknown entity.
Oh, okay. Unknown entity.
Because Theus's words echo in your head. Chaos is not death and destruction.
Wasn't my intention.
I just lit
The death happened before. It's fine. Also,
I just lit a basement full of whiskey concealed in tight
Yeah,
barrels on fire.
well-
What could happen?
Lilith is kind of used to hiding her crimes after. So she was like, I have to kind of get rid of this because this is not ideal. Like when she nearly killed that man in the toilet and then told Scarius that he got beaten up and needed healing. Like she needs to cover her tracks. She can't be found to be a whore. She ain't no
Whore.
whore. She a hussy.
There's a very, very
Yes,
minute distinction. The Venn diagram essentially looks like a circle until you zoom all the way in.
Yes. And
So
there's a
I-
little
So I
tentacle.
wasn't so much going for chaos as
I mean,
as covering up a crime. Well, not a crime, but yeah.
But you did it.
Thinking about it, there are probably better ways we could have gone about that, but
We didn't.
I mean,
know what?
we were not seen in the building originally, so there would have just been a bunch of dead gremlins.
Smoky fire gremlin bodies.
yeah.
Plus, how
Wow.
many people did they kill? I'm just saying. We're basically vigilantes.
Yes, but I don't like that
Basically Batman.
there were bystanders caught in the
We helped
crossfire
them.
after we maimed them.
Yeah. But we could have left them. That would have been worse.
That would have been worse. That's correct.
This whole conversation, like Briarleaf has got her, like one of her swords out, and she's just like mindlessly like running her hand along the blade, but not like
Yeah.
hard enough to think. And she just goes, "Scars, can I talk to you outside,
Oh.
please?"
Sure.
You say it loud enough that
Gonk
From-
goes,
from behind the
Oh,
bar,
Dad, you're in trouble.
from behind the bar, Shrimp goes, "Oh shit!" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, by the way, your Tanuki friends arrived. I gave him a job. Don't tell Dad."
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
See, something good
In
came
the
of
back
everything.
room, you can hear really like squeaky meets guttural swearing.
I thought they just came here and just started playing cards in the background. In the back.
See, something good come out of everything. We saved the Tanuki.
I'm not sure we're balancing the scales here.
You left a stinky coin in a temple.
Yes? That didn't hurt anyone. Anyway, and then I follow you out.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna like take her to the side, like out of like years view of whoever's inside. And just
Years
go,
view.
Years view.
Yes, view.
You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna go, so what was that you just pulled back there
What was what?
with Mr. Gato? Where's the Gato?
If he was... Look, I spent a lot of time in that monastery, and as soon as I found out what from the doctor what I was worshipping the whole time, it's nothing but evil. He was going to relapse and just try and sacrifice another person.
But didn't you say you were hearing the mother?
I am.
So what makes you much different than him?
I'm not looking for... I haven't asked for this. I'm not a participant.
You set a man on fire.
A
After
murderer?
he surrendered. Why can't I speak today? Surrendered, mister.
Jar Jar Binks.
He was going to kill us, and he probably killed other people.
Also,
He actually said he killed other people.
he was also rude to me.
I don't care about that.
I wasn't here.
And he also did other inconsequential things.
I just think it was really out of character, and I didn't agree with it. But
Look, I'm not feeling like myself recently, and the way he was talking about I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable letting him live.
Seeing how I know that you didn't really want to be involved with the fire part of it, and seeing how you did help stop snickering backs, and see how and see like seeing
Shut the
how
fuck up.
you helped those people and you went back, I'm just gonna say, look, this time I'll let it slide, but if anything like that overcomes you again, you need to let me know.
There won't be a next time.
Promise?
Promise.
So we good?
I mean, I was already good with you, but
Okay. And I'm gonna like do a little and then we're gonna like tap gong as well.
nice.
Let's go. And then I'll go back in.
Yeah, you can hear a bit of like a ruckus in the back room, and while they went out, you two can hear clearly Scrimp has come in through the back. You're like, who the fuck are you guys? And then you can hear, oh, we are new kitchen stuff. And then you can just hear, the fuck you is? You can just hear like, and then, oh shit, oh, and then like you can hear sort of like scrapping and brawling and stuff like through the hatch. You can just see things flying about, and then you can just hear,
In there watching it.
Another
that
towel
teaches
incident.
you a little man. And then Shrimp pokes his head over and goes, Dad? Oh, he's fine. And he looks at the guys and he goes, Boris, don't worry about this. He'll come round. And he's like, my name not Boris. It's Borisov. And he's like, yeah. At least pick him up. Has he shit himself? No. What is that? It's just like you two walk back in whilst like Shrimp is looking over the top being like, did he shit? But yeah.
Can we see shit?
No,
Oh, no, it's
you
at the
can't see
kitchen.
anything through it. But yeah, it was quite the kerfuffle. And then you can sort of
Will they
hear,
knock the kettle on for me?
yeah, you can sort of hear Scrimp coming round. And he goes to start again, and Shrimp is like, Dad, come here. And he walks out the front. You guys are just witnessing these two little goblins like quietly lean in and talk to each other in Goblin. And then just in Common, you can just hear Scrimp go, the fuck they are! He's like, whispering in Goblin again. He goes, fine, but it's on you, dickhead! And then he storms into the back room off to the side. And Shrimp is like, sorry everyone, round on me.
There's
What was-
something
what's the
special about
father's
calling
name
your
again?
son dickhead.
Scrimp.
Scrimp.
Scrim, can you put the kettle on?
He's like, fuck all of yous! Goes into the back room, slams the door. And then you can just hear in the back room then, just like a very clear, like... Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. And then he's like, Shrimp, we take small break, get back on soon. And he's like, guys, you started like 10 minutes ago. And he goes, we take small break, we play cards, we cook soon. It's just like, clearly these guys are fucking nightmares.
Good.
We've done good deed. This is a good deed.
Do you think they were? Do you think they're talking about us just before they come back in?
Who are these two?
Yeah.
Probably.
Do we fuck up?
You fucked up.
I think we fucked up.
Ah, what are you doing?
Oh shit!
We didn't even know you were back. Just like,
Yeah, as they say that, we kind of slide back in going, yeah, you did.
I mean, I should have stopped you. That's on me.
But you didn't. So
plus
I,
we had to cover.
I would say you're as much to blame
Yeah,
as.
I
I'm
think
probably more to blame.
Yeah, I think we had to hide what we done. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry people got hurt.
To be fair, I don't trust the guards in this town to say we were seen leaving the scene without setting the building on fire. They might have thought that we just went in and murdered everyone.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Same. That's why I thought, fuck it, let's burn it down.
It made sense at the time.
I don't trust this town to give us due process. But
I've been here long enough to know that they won't.
let's spend more than 15 seconds planning an escape next time.
Sometimes you have got to think on your feet, and that's all I have to say on the matter.
Also, you'd already burned one of them, so we were just helping.
Would you rather be sacrificed?
No, but they also sacrificed lots of people, so I kind of feel like sort of maybe deserved it.
Think about it. If you had gone all like zombie mode while you hadn't been with us, you'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
If you'd been off doing your thing.
Wait a minute, you were the one that agreed with me about burning it down. Why are you now agreeing with
No,
him?
I'm just saying. Like, I think all in all, everything worked out very well.
I concur. Everyone's still alive.
Alive, yes.
Apart from the gremlins, who basically spiked me.
I
been a lot worse.
don't feel bad at all for the gremlins who attacked us. That's not what I'm getting at.
I'm sorry that the man lost his leg.
Firefighting's a risky job. You know what you're getting into.
Also, he's gonna have a cool leg
You
now.
can see Max is just trying to justify it to himself. It's just kind of like
I did notice that we were actually quite effective as firefighters.
Yeah, we were.
The other guys fighting the fire were not tieflings.
Nope.
Yeah,
And also,
you think?
and now
You'd
one
think?
more
Yeah.
legless.
You think you'd hire more people with?
Is there such a thing as a private firefighter?
Probably. Should we start
Business
a firefighting
ideas.
business?
How about I set the fires and you lot can take them out?
It's a perfect scam.
Quite chaotic.
I would pitch it to me again in a couple of weeks. It's a bit
Just
real right
holding
now.
a tinderbox like this at you. Just petting the tinderbox like you see. It's a good scam.
Okay, well, if you don't want to dig up the grave,
I wanna dig up the grave.
Then I'm gonna hit the hay.
Yeah.
But-
How long has it been since
But if
we've
you
been up
do
and
it-
down and putting fire out and stuff? Because we left at
it's
6 o'clock.
now about 20 to 7, quarter to 7.
Is it starting to get dark?
Just thinking while all the brass arms are
Like,
distracted.
it's
Yeah, like they're going to be cleaning up the rubble for a while, right? So I'm
And it's-
thinking.
And it's starting to get dark outside.
yeah.
So I'm thinking, let's go and dig that
A
up.
bit of cloud cover
Just
as
as a
well, so-
last hurrah for
And
the
then-
day.
I mean, we've already fucked it today, so we might as well.
The mask appears in your hand.
Okay.
I
Do we notice?
don't really want to tempt fate right now. I don't want to
Roll a
like
perception check.
go for broke.
What did you say? Roll a perception check.
Why not? Put it all on red.
9.
Because we're... Yeah, I don't know. Hey,
I just think we've already fucked it for today. Rather than fuck it again tomorrow, we might as well just.
yeah, tomorrow's a fresh start.
Yeah.
If there's a chance we could fuck it even more, we may as well do it today and not carry over the bad luck into tomorrow. I get it. I get what you're saying.
As all
I-
these pairs are idiots, they do make convincing arguments.
We do.
I wanted to catalogue my new things, and I was pointing at like, all the cogs and stuff. I already had the book out.
I love it so much.
I want to catalogue.
You can when we get back. You don't even need to sleep. Shut up. Come on.
Put them
I
upstairs.
do need to sleep.
No, you don't. Come on.
Put them upstairs. Wait, we'll go and grave
I'm
rob, and then we'll
I'm
come
gonna slip
back.
the mask in my
One grave.
Butthole.
bag.
Is it a
It
grave?
wasn't even a grave,
No,
right?
it's just flowers.
It's just a patch of flowers.
I'm basically digging up flowers, and I'll put them on the
It
grave.
just happens to be in a graveyard where we don't want to be seen digging up things.
If there is anyone nearby, we don't do it.
Agreed.
Or we tell them to fuck off and then do it anyway.
Or we knock
What
them
I'm
out.
saying is, it's at the point of going to do it, if there is anyone nearby that we haven't managed to get rid of.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
take that. I'll take that clause.
Let's go.
I'll take the clause. We're good. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Just I'll, like already head into the
Why
door.
do I feel like me
I
and guys are
am.
like mum and dad? I'm like
I'm
unruly
currently
children.
doing magical tinkering
Yeah.
on, let's say, a coin again,
Okay.
and it's going to be a bit of a proximity sensor,
Okay.
and it's basically going to be.
Tit punch.
I'm going to place it near the gate to the cemetery to play spooky noises to scare people so they won't come in.
Max,
Fucking
don't get
wonderful.
scared.
Yeah,
I know.
It's like sort of quite
Like, get
gurgly.
out!
Yeah. Like
Max gets
gurgly,
frightened.
raspy voices, sort of
Yeah.
warnings and
Max runs
holding.
away.
Okay, so you spend some time.
And I'll just plant it nearby.
Yeah, walking over to the cemetery, still feeling like absolute fucking trash, especially with your exhaustion point.
Do we see him plant the coin?
Make a perception check.
I mean, I'm not being like I'm standing there like playing with a coin and talking to it and stuff.
Natural one, I see
The
nothing.
third one you've had today.
I know. And it's not even the red bastard. Lilith doesn't
That's a
even,
9.
Lilith is blind. She can't see anything. She's just like, this is what I'm doing.
Can't even see the
She's
consequences of her own
hyper-focused
actions.
Is this happening while we're walking to the...
Yeah, I'm just like talking to a coin.
15.
Yeah, you spot it. Lilith doesn't pay too close attention, so when you arrive at the graveyard and you like put it down, like you have to wait 5 minutes for like someone who is just walking through, milling about to like leave, but then when it's empty, you sort of like slip this coin by the gate, and it starts playing the noises. Lilith hears the noises, but has no idea where they're coming from.
What the fuck?
It's good, right?
What is it?
My mother taught me that one.
Okay, great.
So it's
Am I having to fight anything again?
no. You know the smelly coin trick. I can do a spooky coin trick too.
Spoopy. Okay,
Smelly coin, spooky coin.
nice.
Could we do it both on one?
I wonder if Grizzlebeak's here.
Who?
The crow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Didn't he dive into one of the graves? Maybe we'll find him when we dig him up.
Maybe.
I swear, if he's here and he snitches on us,
Nobody else can
I'm
speak.
coming for him.
What? Nah, he's good. I think he's good.
Yeah,
Like, he's cool. He's one of the good guys.
I agree.
I feel like Lilith has just gone, I've just faced death again by going to the pleasure palace. Fuck it. Let's just...
But that's I'm seeing that.
Fuck it. Let's just do whatever.
Take us to the flowers. Let's go.
Okay.
How many gates are there to the cemetery?
One.
One.
One primary, quite ornate iron gate. So yeah, you cross over to the other side of this little sort of clearing. Because again, it's like half a cemetery, half of like a city park. It's multi-purpose. And you cross to where the graves were and the patch of darkened grass. And
The radius of that thing is 10 feet.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. There's a tree nearby with an owl in it, and Briley spots it. But it's not hooting or anything. It's
Is it
just
looking
sort
at
of
me? Or is
it's
it looking at us?
it's looking at all of you.
Oh,
It's sort of like passing its head quite, sharp between you, but not actually making any noise.
Briley, fast what does it want?
I haven't casted animal, so I'd literally just have to go, whoo! I don't think I got any spell slots left. How do I find my spell slots? Yeah. No, I haven't got any left.
Hi, owl. She doesn't want to carry on. Just like,
Just doesn't pay too close attention. Just keeps
creepy owl.
locking eyes with each.
Can I make an insight check on the owl?
Yeah.
Lilith is just still walking to the
Doesn't the
flowers.
owl
He's just
have
not an
good
owl.
Yes. 21.
I was waiting for it.
I literally
The
can't
behavior
open
you're
that.
reading from it feels unnatural because of the fact that it's not making any noise at all, but constantly locking eyes onto where each of you are standing, and sort of getting closer, and upon further inspection you can see his eyes are glazed over, with a white. So make an Arcana check for me.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Uh,
This
26.
owl is being used as a vessel for someone who is scrying.
Is there any stones on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick one up and throw one, not at the owl, but just by the side of it.
Make an attack roll.
No, I don't want to attack it.
No, I'm not saying you're attacking it. I'm
Just for
saying make an
accuracy.
attack
Just
roll.
your roll
Oh.
for throwing.
Oh, okay. Oh fuck.
Oh no, you're gonna hit the owl.
Splash.
Shouldn't have
Is
said
that
it
just
right
my
next to
normal?
it.
Is that just my normal hit thing?
Right between the eyes.
As if it was an unarmed or an improvised.
Why can't I find anything?
Actually, if you've got
I
a
see the
thrown
owl, make the
dagger or
insight
anything.
check, and I go, I think we're being watched. And she goes,
Fucking
You know the tree? Is it What is the tree like?
Just
Like, is it like a spindly tree? Like if someone was to grab hold of the trunk and shake it, would it do
no,
anything?
it's
Okay.
a thick enough trunk that wouldn't really.
You gotta like
affect it.
Animal Crossing the tree.
Yeah, I didn't want to. That's what I wanted to do, but I didn't.
Does it look like Scryan or is like a familiar that's being like?
You're unsure of which, but it could either be a vessel that someone has gone into to scry, or possibly a
I
familiar.
had a 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You give it like a proper, as if you like, you know how people skip a stone. You sort of launch it up, and it goes directly between the owl and the tree trunk, and just launches off into the distance, and then you can just hear it.
Okay, let's not throw things. I think. Oh. I can't remember if we established if I have to speak into the earring.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you can whisper.
Yeah,
I'll
you can be as
whisper.
quiet as you want.
There is somebody on the other end of that owl. Make of that what you will.
Poor owl.
See the eyes?
I mean, it's staring at me.
Yeah, see how there's nothing behind them?
Mhm.
So you're just saying that to Lilith, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be like, what is up with that owl?
And it's just gonna go at the owl
Okay.
to see if
So
it does
we've
anything.
made it
Make
very
an intimidation
clear.
check.
That we know.
Yeah.
12.
Just continues to look between each of you in turn.
Is it a real owl?
It may be a real owl.
Something's definitely not right with it.
Shoot it.
I
Hit it with a hammer.
It's in the tree.
Hit the tree with a hammer.
That's a bow and arrow kind of job.
Yeah, but she's not gonna kill the owl.
It's not a real owl.
I mean, I think it is. I just think his eyes are funny.
Such assurance.
what if that is an owl that belongs to some high up member of society and
Why would they be watching us?
They essentially see the people who killed it.
Maybe they're just watching the graveyard. Maybe it's not us.
The owl's eyes back to normal and it flies away.
Oh. Well, there we go. Problem solved.
Sorted. Onwards!
And I look at Skyris and be like, that
I
didn't
don't
sit
like that
right
one
with
bit.
me.
Well, look, we're always being watched in this city. What is another thing watching us?
It's probably what's his face.
We're always being watched.
Yeah. At all times.
What's
Remember they said, oh, look, Spooky's necklace.
Necklace?
so
Yeah.
it's either the cult or it's the Petrocinis or it's the guards because they saw us set the building on fire
You.
or it's Kezra.
I don't think the Petrocinis
Or-
would be smart enough to overtake an owl.
Hey, they got skills, right? It could be anyone.
I mean, he cast counterspell very quickly when I tried to heal that guy.
There's
Briley pauses for a sec and kind of just taps her necklace, like just playing with it. She kind of goes, as if to be like, I wonder if someone's trying to reach me, and then just put it out of her mind. Keep walking. So, can we see the flowers?
Yeah,
who's got the?
Who got the shovel? Who took it?
I think it was me.
I think you've got the
Yeah, I
shovel.
thought
Yeah.
it was just a normal shovel.
I'll
wasn't
pull
it?
it out then and just start like tapping at the ground, trying to test
I'm
the earth.
I'm
Yeah,
both not
seems
helping and putting myself out of sight.
Just I'd be in a grave like.
Take a little last check around, make sure there's no spooky.
Okay, make a
owl
perception
or
check.
anything.
Spooky owl.
21.
You do not spot an owl. What would you
Okay.
have done if I was just like, the owl is dive bombing? No, you don't see any owl, you don't see anyone around.
After that last check, then I will
Yeah.
start digging.
So you.
in the-
you
I'm
spot.
just going to keep looking around while he's doing it.
Yeah, so you start digging sort of around where these darker green odd flowers are on this darkened dirt. Could you make a nature check for me, please?
Yes, I can. I think I've got proficiency in nature. Yes, I do. Come on. 19.
Okay. So you reach a point where you hit something hard, but it's not like metal or like a coffin or anything. It's stone. And you sort of clear out an area on the top, and you realize that it's the same stone as the black pillars and stuff, but it has been severed. However, something seems unnatural about it, in the sense that it looks arcane in some way.
So is it a chunk of that
So
stone that's been
it'll
broken
look,
off?
from what you can see and where you sort of dig down around it slightly, it's only a couple of, like, it's only about 1.5 feet below the dirt line. But it looks like it goes down further. It's not just like a bit that's broken off, but it looks like it came up and has been
Like
severed.
a buried obelisk or something.
Yeah, so if you make an Arcana check for me,
Sure.
please.
Noticing that, I want to keep trying to clear around it as well, then and get as far down as I can. Those are 12.
Okay.
Which point I'm like, Scarius, come see this.
I was cataloguing, and I was sat on the, like behind a tree, like, when will you let
in,
me
like, nuts,
people?
bolts, and
Yeah, like
Just like
cross-legged.
a cloth laid out
Yeah.
with all these things everywhere.
I'm just gonna keep going, Scarius. Scarius.
Okay.
You're gonna like this. It's pretty cool.
yeah, so you can make an Arcana check as well, just to see if you get any higher. What did you get? 12, you said? 12.
14.
Okay. So Bax digs down a little bit more around it, and Scarius spots some like runic carvings that look different to the normal carvings on these pillars, where you actually recognize a couple of them specifically to be runes that allow the channeling of mana through something, as though this is some sort of arcane conduit that has been buried.
It's a
And
big rock.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
really
like
strange.
whatever this rock is.
Because this rock is supposed to be really difficult to work, nigh on impossible.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the carvings are very unusual.
Very unusual, but like
Okay.
they're very, very old. Like you can tell that whenever this was buried, it was a surprising time ago, even if it is only like sort of 1.5 feet, 2 feet underground. The carvings have been quite rounded off and like softened.
Corroded.
Yeah, so
I
whatever is sort of not necessarily poisoning this dirt, because clearly the flowers are thriving, but whatever is tainting this dirt, you're unsure whether it's the rock itself, which you don't believe so because, you know, this rock is other places in the
Yeah.
city, or whatever was channeled through this particular like rock, because this thing is quite sizable as well. Like once you start clearing off the top, you realize that it's probably about an 8 foot square. Like you've made quite the hole. You've just been
if there's just any area of runes I can just see that are exposed, I'll just
Yeah,
jot
make a
them down
copy
as,
of them, yeah.
as best I
Told
can.
you you'd like it.
What's it say? What's it say? What's it say?
so it doesn't necessarily say anything. It's not translatable, but these particular runes are associated with the sort of manifying of items to
allow it to be a
them-
conduit.
yeah, conduit, yeah.
Right.
And you sort of pick out just enough runes, because a lot of them are so eroded that you can't actually make out what they are, but you get like a rough shape of what they could be. But some of them are in good enough condition that you're like, okay, that one, this one, and this one, I can sort of roughly get the idea reading between the lines that this is a conduit of sorts.
It seems that these runes are making it so that magic can sort of flow through this rock.
What kind of magic?
Any magic, I think.
Yeah, as far as you know. Like, this is what is used to make any sort of magic go through.
Do you think this and the owl could be connected?
Probably.
And that crazy bird.
I kind of kick at it a little bit and be like, I don't know, it looks like it's been here for a while.
Do you actually, like, put a bit of force behind it at all?
Just kind of like toe tapping it kind of
Okay,
thing, and
yeah.
then after a few goes, we'll kind of stand and look and then give it a boot.
Okay, on the boot, as you hit it, you sort of, from what you guys see, your eyes sort of roll back in your head, and you sort of stand there frozen for just a split second. But what you see is you're in a very, very high vaulted chamber. Everything around you is made from this black stone, but it feels like you are to scale with the stone for the first time ever. That these giant, like, 4-story tables that house buildings under, the individual blocks that sort of make these up are scaled normally around you now, as if this is just like a standard sized room.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have the ability to move, but in the distance, through a very faint light, you get a silhouette sort of moving across a doorway. And this silhouette is very alien to you, where to you as Bax, not this this POV, wherever you are, where there's sort of like a long drawn out body, and you're unsure of sort of how many limbs this thing has as it passes, because it's so blurry.
Nice.
It looks like it could either be that there's a bit of light playing with like humanoid proportions and arms, or if it just has more, it's just really hard to make out. And then you snap back, not having really known that you were gone. It was sort of like so instantaneous.
Just like a weird little...
Yeah, it was sort of all at once, immediately, and it's almost like a memory from a long forgotten past, where it's like,
So
I think I remember this.
Like the tables that make up what the buildings are on.
Yeah, the sort of scale of that feel...
They were like normal table size.
Yeah, but they weren't necessarily tables. They looked like there was bricks or like cubes that were sort of like almost like the Tesseract type thing, where it's just like the outer frame of like a cube with some other material in the center.
Do I get the sense that whatever this was, like, inhabited this, was like big, like the whatever creature I was POVing was like
If
big,
you get the sense that because everything looks similar to what you're seeing around you, but what you are looking up at being 4 stories, you were sort of eye level with. You get that sense of, I feel like I was scaled up,
right,
as opposed to everything else being scaled down.
Do we catch him, like...
Well, did we
you
experience something weird as well? Just because, did you say like your eyes rolled back in your head?
His eyes rolled
did.
back.
And
Yeah,
we caught that, didn't
Yeah,
we?
you sort of see him just have this moment where he goes,
Are you okay, buddy?
Shit, did you just become the owl?
Did I get what happened? God, I feel like I got electrocuted or something.
Don't kick magic rocks.
Okay,
That's a
that's a good t-shirt, that is.
noted.
that's a
Locking
rule
that
I
one
live
in.
by.
That was weird. It was like I was seeing the city, but everything was small, or I was big, maybe. I don't know. There was like a second where I was somewhere else.
You were all indoors as well, like you were in this big vaulted hall.
Oh,
so.
okay. Or not the city, but like just point up at one of the tables. But they were like, here.
Magic does
Did
some
you
crazy
sleep well
shit.
last night?
I don't sleep well most nights.
Did you sleep normal?
Yeah.
Lilith is
Do
gonna...
you want to kick it? Give it a go.
You know the necklace?
Have a bang on her.
Is there anything, like...
It is the same rock, but
yeah,
there's
but
no
you can't tell
carving.
if it's from... Not, like, from that, but, like, she can't tell if it's that stone or the rock tables. Do you know
The
what I
same
mean? Is
type.
it? Is
Yeah,
there
it's the same,
The same type.
material.
They're the same, yeah, but can she tell that it, like,
You
this
wouldn't-
is it's arcanally done, or is it natural? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The jeweler that you spoke to said that pretty much no one had ever worked any of this rock to be this small. So whether they used arcane means to create it, you're unsure of. But this rock is identical to
The other
the
one.
tables, but have just been added to with these like runes.
Oh,
So
okay.
because your necklace doesn't have any of the runes
runes
to
on
allow
it.
it to accept it, it's just a mundane rock as far as you're aware.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we kick it all at once?
Now who else is embracing chaos?
I think that we're struggling with impulse control today.
I think that you really want to see whatever it was I saw,
I mean, I
and
do,
that you really want to kick the
but
rock.
what if it does something else?
What if it doesn't? Gotcha.
I mean, it's a 50-50 chance.
Okay.
Go on, kick
Normally
the
you
rock.
like those
I,
odds.
Kick the rock. Kick the rock.
We're all gonna kick the rock.
I think to myself, Theus, I hope you're watching. I kick the rock.
Should we all hold hands and kick the rock
I've
at
kicked
the
it
same
once.
time?
I-
Step back.
I
Are you gonna
kicked
kick the
it.
rock?
Fuck it,
Okay.
let's do it.
Each of you kick the rock, and
Kick the
nothing seems to happen.
Did you just lie?
What? No.
I think you need to lie down.
Pretty
No, did you not see?
anticlimactic.
Come on. None of you like saw anything.
I think he's so pissed.
Did the rock look active before and now not?
Nothing has changed about the rock.
Maybe it only had one.
So
in
we've
it.
come to a graveyard.
Maybe I used the last one. Sorry, guys.
Come to a graveyard and dug up a rock.
Yeah.
What you didn't know what it was going to be?
Yeah, but now it's just a rock.
I was
There's
hoping
loads
it
of 'em,
was
look.
gonna be I don't know, something other than a rock.
This is a strange rock. Like you've been told that we can't modify this rock. So the fact that this has runes in it is very, very odd.
Oh, we can't take
But
it
also
with
this.
us. So-
Exactly.
Yeah, but
It's another thing like yours.
The runes are quite sizable as well. They
Yeah.
are sort of like 6 by 6 inches, like along the sort of top rim of it. Oh, I whacked them.
well, either
loud
way,
mic.
we can't
My bad.
carry it with us.
I'm
So
gonna
No, I
take
We need to-
my hammer and just be. I wonder if there's anything inside the rock.
no,
I advise against.
don't break the hammer that I've just given you.
Okay.
Because I'll never give you anything ever again.
Are we going to cover this back over?
Yeah, because
Okay.
otherwise
The owl
creepy
will tell on
shit.
us.
the owl is gonna tell on us anyway. Owl is spooky spy.
Okay. Just gonna start shoveling the dirt
Yeah,
back
shovel
over
it
the
back
hole.
on. You
So
sort
they're
of
just
give it
gonna
a
shove it
firm
along with
pat
their
over the
feet.
top. Yeah, it's very clearly been tampered with in some way. Like what was grassy and gravelly is now just like the underneath dirt and.
I'm gonna
all
go and
jumbled.
I
You know, if we got, is there like a path?
Yeah, there's like a gravel.
I'm gonna go
path.
and pick up the gravel and like throw it on and stamp it in.
while all of this is happening, I'm cataloguing the cogs by like size and like the size of the teeth and the depth of the teeth and all of that stuff.
Yeah, you got
Having
quite
whale
a
of a
few.
time.
Yeah, there were quite a few, especially in like the caterpillar tracks.
I even do that thing that kids do when I go like, "Bro, look at this one. This is a great one.
This is a good cog.
This is a good cog."
Okay, well now we've dug the grave up. I really need to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Like-
Bax cannot hide his disappointment.
I mean, I'm sorry that it was a shit rock.
Nah, it's fine.
Scarius liked it.
It was a great rock.
We made him happy after we fucked it, so we're fixed now. Everything's fixed, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Ish.
See? Fixed.
Okay. Sleep.
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 Okay, you guys head back to the three-legged goblin. Scrimp has come back out and is trying to sort of parley with the Tanuki through Shrimp as a mediator. They're trying to like come to some sort of terms of service about their employment.
I like your new kitchen servers.
Turns out they make a pretty good goulash.
Well,
You're welcome.
What the fuck did you have to do with this?
We found them.
Where'd you find them?
Why are you so rude?
Where the fuck did you find 3 Tanuki dudes
They were.
that can cook and smoke and talk and
Riley,
play cards?
have you not seen
they've
how
already
many people
taken
are
like covering her band when she
No, she's
does.
just
like,
like-
I can feel the tension.
Have you not seen
Yeah.
how many people are in the city? We just found them. At a pie eating contest.
Huh. Do you guys like pie? Meh. It is second best to soup.
See? Bye.
Alright, whatever. And he just sort of like turns to him and he's like, what are you waiting for? Get back to work! They're like, we take smoke break. And they go outside and spark up because clearly they've been told they can't smoke indoors. He's like, Shrimp, you were gonna be the fucking death of me. He's like, Dad, just chill out, dude, please. You're gonna have a heart attack. And he's like, if one more person tells me I'm gonna have a fucking heart. And then he goes, I fucking got all of you. Fuck you all. And then he goes into the back room.
I was like ready with my glove.
He just goes into the back room again.
Defibrillator mode.
Shrimp is like, that's the 6th time in like 2 months he's done that, but I fall for it every time because good fucking God, that guy is gonna die.
His time is coming.
This place is nice.
How long was the walk up to the cemetery and back?
Sort of like 20-ish minutes. The streets are kind of empty.
As a note, I picked up the coin and disenchanted it.
Right, sure.
Rather than just leaving it there to spook everyone forever.
That's class.
Nobody else goes back to there ever again.
So you guys go up to like your... Are you going to bed, yeah? So
Yeah.
you go up to
I
your,
need to sleep.
your top floor apartment, and on the way past room number 4, you can just hear, oh yeah, go on, put it in, oh yeah.
Put it in.
Yeah.
It's Ross.
Oh,
And then
I
just...
thought it was the dwarf.
No, and then just... Oh, there you go. I need to get bigger socks.
Oh dear.
Uh,
I would like to spend some time with that hammer. when I
Okay.
get
Oh,
upstairs.
I thought you were going to say Ross
Well,
then. I was like,
I would like to spend some time with that lady.
I suggest you
Baxter
don't.
plugs his ears while he walks past the room.
While he's spending some time with the hammer, I'll finish cataloguing, but Scarius is actually just waiting for Baxter to go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh,
So.
spoopy.
Okay.
He's gonna kill him.
Yeah, he'll go
you,
die. Flamethrower.
Are you two doing anything in particular?
I am also waiting for Lil
Assuming-
to fall asleep.
I was going to say, assuming the sleep arrangements are the same as before.
Yeah.
It'd be really convenient if you two were in a room, so then you could go off and do your own thing while those two
I
slept.
know.
Lilith is just like, I really need to sleep. I feel like I haven't slept in like 6 days.
Yeah, so you
Just passes
crash
out. She's like, bye.
You crash out.
While she is asleep, I'm going to wear my mask.
Okay.
And I'm going to sit cross-legged for 5 minutes.
I'll come back to that quickly. Yeah, so you spend a little bit of time with the hammer. You sort of gather the weight and the feel of it, and it is similar enough to. Hang on, I need to sneeze. Oh no! Oh, it was right there. Look at the light.
The waist.
No, I've just blinded myself. It's got a similar weight and feel to it, but yeah, something just feels different about this hammer, but you can't quite pin it. And then after that, you sort of just crashing out, or
Interesting. Okay. So it's not attunement or anything.
not that you're aware of.
Okay. That's what I meant by spend some time with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you
Okay,
say? What
interesting.
did
Whispering
you ask
sweet
me?
nothings to it.
Entertainment.
I was wondering if
I'm
Maybe
gonna
be
swing you around so
attuned.
fucking hard.
yeah. if I was able to attune to it, was what I was wondering.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
And then find out what it is. But
No attunement.
after I've done that and like realize I can't figure anything out about it, just gonna like lean out of the bed. You sleep on the floor still?
Yeah, I'm just cross-legged, just like measuring things and writing things down.
I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna like get the handle of the hammer and just like poke you with it.
What you wait?
Just gonna hold it out, like hanging off the bed. Just like, can you look at this?
I take
Please.
10 minutes to cast investigation.
We're still gonna
Identify.
Okay, so the last call. It is a rare warhammer. When you hit an attack using this magical weapon, the target must make a DC 13 con save. On a failure, they become drunk and must roll on the following table,
Holy
suffering the
shit.
effect until they have taken a long rest. Then there is a table where you roll a d6.
Beautiful.
1. Wasted. Become incapacitated. 2. Intoxicated. Become poisoned. 3. Dizzy. All terrain becomes difficult terrain for that person. 4. Cross-eyed. Disadvantage on attack rolls.
Nice.
5. Rambling. -2 penalty to charisma checks. And cocky. -1 penalty to armor class.
Nice.
I will send you that.
That is awesome. What a cool idea.
That's sick.
I was just mindlessly scrolling through TikTok as one does, and I was like, "Oh, nicking that," because that fits perfectly in with like next session.
What a neat creation. So it's not a tomb item either.
No.
Very nice. I'll keep that on.
Whoever wields may use.
How big is it? It's a warhammer.
Warhammer.
So- Smaller than my hammer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Mine's a
Yeah,
maul.
mole, isn't it? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, it's a bit smaller.
Cool.
I cannot find the picture now. Oh, there it is. I've popped it into the group chat for when you want
You've
it.
got a bonk stick of
This is
drunkenness.
so cool.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Just whack people and make them drunk.
I love that.
Yeah, who would have thought of a more fitting gift from Lilith?
I know. So yeah, you inform Bax of this and hand it back over.
That's a pretty crazy item.
That is awesome. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just like put it on the bed.
It's also a cheap night out.
True. You can see.
You can see it like, oh.
Shall I just? Nah. Okay.
Rolls a 1, incapacitated. Yeah, if you ever really need to sleep, you just beam yourself with it.
That's good. That's good.
So, Bax and Lilith are now asleep. Bryleaf, you sit with a mask for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you calm your mind and you think of the dark. And before we go any further, I suggest we take a break.
Great time.
Okie doke.
So, we shall be back momentarily. Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
If you've been enjoying the first half, don't forget to subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube. Before the break, we committed arson and
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
yeah,
half
some
the
of
party,
us
half
committed
the
arson.
party.
Some of us attempted to help.
Some of us were complicit. Saying.
Which is even worse.
And now we're off to bed. So Bax and Lilith are asleep. Bryleaf spends 5 minutes with her mask, centering in mind, thinking of the dark and dreams and nightmares. And as you sort of attune to this mask, you get a flash of an image. You're sort of used to it when you put the mask on, but you always get like a flash of like a nightmare. And you are atop a cliff. There is a torrential thunderstorm. You are soaked through to the bone. And the sky, though
Your
it's mostly
sky.
cloudy, has a full moon that's casting silver light towards your face from where you're standing, so the sea is below you. And in front of you is a gargantuan silhouette, just like an amorphous thing, creature, being, pillar, building. You're unsure, it's just this huge black object that is blocking out the moon. But that is a flash split second. And then when you like sort of attune to the mask, it doesn't like meld to you, but you can no longer see the sort of seam. It almost becomes part of your face, but just like a darkened part of the skin. And your eyes turn like a rich violet.
Cool. Obviously, when the flash happens, I'm just going to be like, but then stop myself because obviously Lilith is sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go downstairs and quite stealthily. I'm going to try and be quite stealthy, and I'm going to look for Scrimp.
Okay.
I was going to say, she's...
Yeah, you do
Lilith
know that...
is a really light sleeper.
Okay, so do I
Okay,
need to make
make
check?
a stealth check.
That one.
The moment you put your foot on the ground, Lilith starts to stir. It doesn't quite wake up, but it's like, if I even so much as move anymore, like, she's going to be up. So
Okay.
it's up to you.
Can I go again?
Well, I mean, you can use the one. You can just leave. But Lilith is in that sort of early stages of sleep where even a faint noise will make her stir.
Okay, I'm gonna leave, and like if Lilith stirs, I'm not gonna show her my face. I'm just gonna be going for a piss, and then shut the door quietly.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, fair enough. So you...
Lilith is definitely going to stir. Like, any sort of noise, she's like, huh! Like, she's ready to, like, go at any point, so...
Yeah, you do bolt up, but then just hear Briarleaf being like, I'm off for a piss.
Do I believe her, though?
Well,
That's
yeah,
up
it's
to
the
you.
middle of the night. Come on.
Yeah, but do you sound, like, convincing, or you being like,
Do I
oh my
sound
god,
like-
I'm going for a piss?
Do I sound like I need to pee?
Yeah, like, do you sound convincing, or do you sound like you're lying to me and you're going to go and do something else, is what I'm saying.
I'm literally just like, I'm going for a pee. Well, a piss. I'll be back.
Alright. She just touches back up.
Okay, fair enough. So the last you remember is seeing Scrimp go into the sort of private back room, which sounds sexier than what it is. It's just the sleeping quarters for the goblins.
Please don't say scrimp and sexy in the same sentence. Because I don't want to picture that.
yeah, Shrimp is the sexy one.
Shrimp's the son, isn't he?
Yeah.
Shrimp's the dad, yeah. I was gonna say.
Is there any way that I could like see him without being in the room, or will I have to like open the door crack?
You'd have
or
to open the door.
Can I try and open the door crack?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh my god. $18, 17, no, 16 and 2, 18.
18.
Fucking hell, I got there in the end. Yeah, so you crack open the door. And at this point... Oh, actually, hang on. Okay, you'd have had to have done this later in the night, I just realised. Because I've only just remembered, even though you've all gone to bed, it's early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought like by the time Lilith had gone to sleep and by the time like, you know, we'd all done our stuff.
Okay, so you're going to actually, like, wait till quite late in the night, then? Okay. Cool. So, everyone's gone to bed. It's about 3 a.m. Maybe half 3. You sneak down, crack the door open. You don't notice anyone stirring. You're met with a sort of small living room, and then there are 2 doors coming off of it that form what you can assume are the bedrooms for Scrimp and Shrimp.
Okay. Well, so I can't actually see which one's which. Booba.
It's just currently an empty, like, small living room and 2 closed doors.
Okay, so I'm gonna sneak in and is it like left or right? Like doors?
Yeah.
I will peek in the left one.
The hand gestures seem like primal savagery.
Primal savagery.
I will.
Okay.
You're a savage.
Make a stealth check as you sort of...
Can't do stealth checks. Uh, 14. Oh no, I got disadvantage with stealth. No, I haven't. That was my old armor.
Okay. You peek in, and there's just like a sort of rudimentary bed with a goblin asleep in it. It's very hard to tell which,
Oh my god.
because it is dark and they look pretty similar anyway.
Is there anything that would tell me in the room that is scrimp and not
Make
shrimp?
an investigation check with disadvantage because it's
Where's the
You
towel
You can't feel
at?
much rage in the room.
Where the towel at?
What am I doing?
investigation with disadvantage.
14.
Okay. He sort of nose around a bit. There's some like empty glasses and little like personal effects, but then you spot a pair of shoes that are particularly dark and decently kept, which you know is shrimp.
Okay. I will try to quietly head back out of the room and close the door.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
My bum.
Trixie bum.
16.
Okay. Quiet little closing of the door.
And then I'll go to the right door.
Same again. A sleight of hand check to crack this one open.
15.
Yep.
Okay.
Fair enough. You sneak in, you do see another goblin in this one that you think is Scrimp's bedroom because of the shoes of shrimp in the other one.
It's somehow also shrimp.
And there's nothing that I can tell that it is scrimp.
Other than like...
Is he like snoring like particularly old
Yeah, I was
man-ish?
gonna say, like, not like old manish, but there is a bit of snoring and like heavier breathing.
Okay. I am going to cast Phantasmal Force,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to create an illusion of his towel,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to hit him, but I'm going to make it do a whipping sound to try and wake him up. But obviously I'm going to try and hide as well, but I need to see
so
him.
you sort of like keep a crack in the door, you just double check it's him, you go back outside, cast Phantasmal Force, and crack the towel, and he says bolt upright, and he's like immediately got the choppers up, he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh my god! Ah, fuck! Yeah! And he's just like floating around.
Do you know, because I'm not like attacking him, does he need to make a save?
He won't take damage at least.
Because it says he needs to make an intelligence save of 14.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, he immediately is like, oh fuck, shit, ah! And it's like moving towards him a bit and like sort of just waving around, and he's like, who the fuck's doing that? What's going on? And he like starts swiping around there as if to like start looking for like an invisible person. He's like, Shrimp, if this is you, I'm gonna fucking cut your dick off. Fucking, what the hell? Ah! And he's like really freaking out.
Yeah, like whenever he's trying to hit it, the towel is just opening, doing this kind of thing, and then like going back and whipping, like
Yeah,
it
just making the
in
noise.
place. Yeah.
And he keeps like trying to dodge it, but because of the ruckus he's making, you can start hearing stirring from Shrimp's room.
Yeah. I'll make the towel like fly towards him, but not like obviously
Hit
hurt
him,
him. Just like fly towards him and then drop on his bed, and I'll
Okay.
let it go as I hear it.
Would it have
Okay.
been loud enough for us to hear upstairs?
You are on the 3rd floor, so unless you were like completely awakened with your senses, like
Then no.
you're not
Okay.
gonna-
The way I
Yeah.
thought that was going to be something like really dark.
Yeah.
It was.
Like, oh my god. And then, oh, shit.
So I'm just gonna like
Just gonna freak him
Scurry
out.
away.
Phantasmal towels.
Skuggle. I'm just gonna like
Yeah, you can just
Giggle
hear
under
Shrimp
my
be like,
breath.
Dad, what's wrong? And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you little shit.
yeah. I'm
You just
just
sort
gonna
of like scamper back upstairs,
Yeah.
and from Roz's room you can just hear 2 like sets of really loud snoring. But you know, like one of them's much deeper than the other, and you honestly think, yeah, that's probably Roz. And then sneak back in. At this point, Lilith is like though she a light sleeper, is like out of her enough, has been asleep for long enough that it's like a deep sleep. So you just sort of like sneak back into bed.
Yeah, and I'll take my mask off.
You
Can I take my... I can't. Oh, fuck.
Stays on you till dawn.
Okay.
Like I said, it sort of like melds almost, like just sort of like disguises into your face a bit. It just looks like you have like almost like a raccoon thing going on.
Okay. I will probably just... Like, I'm going to lie in bed, like, really proud of myself for thinking of that scheme. And then she's probably just going to crash.
Love a good scheme.
That was a good scheme.
The classic mask of tormenting towels.
I was really proud of that when I thought of it, okay? So
I fucking love it. It's
That's
great.
good. That was good.
So Scarus was obviously as well waiting for Bax to drop off to sleep. So when Bax does just pass the fuck out, what would Scarus like?
Immediately start snoring very loud.
Okay.
Every now and again, it's just
So
and then like
He's hugging the hammer.
which
The
one?
new one.
The big one out of habit.
Okay, yeah.
there were
Not a boulder.
um
rock.
there were sort of meditation ceremonies at the monastery. Involving like painting symbols on your body and praying to and giving offerings and things like that. I do a version of one of the rituals that I practiced. So I take off the gauntlet, and instead of painting the symbol on my hand, I use the dagger to carve the symbol into my hand.
Yep.
And then I go through the motions, and
You have a poo?
yeah,
Okay.
I spend a good couple of hours finishing the ceremony by myself with the dagger.
Okay.
you into some kinky shit there, my friend?
You find some weird thin like mental ledge between like a sort of duality of inner peace and anxiety, where it's like this feels like home, but now I know home is not what I thought it was. This feels like habit, but in a way that I've not done. And there is still just that unsettling image of the goat dead on the floor sort of burned into your mind. And the dagger, the more you look at it, the more you think about it and spend time with it, the more... It's not that you become obsessed with it, it's not like a Smeagol type vibe, but it's just you can't help but think about it more. And you can't help but touch it and hold it and pick it up and move it around and just be with it. You find a strange, not warmth, but resolve and catharsis while being with this dagger. It's very peculiar. But yeah, after a few hours doing this, you crash out to sleep. And whilst everyone is sleeping, Briarleaf gets a dream. You are in the... Hang on, one sec. In the water with Keto.
Okay.
Um,
I panicked then. I was like, oh, what's in the bag?
It's a severed head! Look what you could have won! Or just, it is picture of car, but owning picture of car is property, which is theft, so you go to Gulag. Okay, fair enough. I love that. This time in the dream, it's an immediate continuation from where you were. So you're sort of neck deep in the water. No, you're not. You're deeper. You've been pulled under. Keto's there with you. You can breathe fully. But something seems different about Keto this time. Last time, she seemed quite out of sorts, out of character, very polite, very well spoken, softly spoken, almost like worried about you. But now she seems paler, slightly more gaunt, slight bags under the eyes, and is more of what you remember last seeing, just this tired woman who has little patience, and the voice sounds more like what you remember in the sort of last moments you remember seeing her. And she says, I head towards the depths, purposefully and with great care. I steadily descend. Each step taken is a step into darkness. The familiarity of the light fades around me, and warmth leaves my body. I do not feel welcome in this abyss. The fish have become twisted reflections of their prismatic brethren above. Weeds tangle around my feet and smother. Seemingly, it tries to halt my progress. And she looks you in the eyes as you're sort of walking deeper and deeper along this sort of bank that steeps away from you, the water getting higher above you and much darker. And she doesn't say anything, but her mouth opens and just holds aghast. And her eyes look cold. And she squeezes your hand very tightly, and you bolt upright awake bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, I'll bolt up and kind of be like feeling my hand as if like I could still feel like an aftermath of her touching me.
Do you want to pass that along?
And I'm gonna look. I'm gonna try and see if I can spot Lilith and see if she's awake, to try and like
So as
hide
you,
my reaction.
Yeah, you bolt up. She's still asleep, sort of knackered from yesterday. But as you sort of start moving a bit, she stirs and comes around.
Is my mask off?
Yeah.
It's gone. I'm just gonna like kind of go over to her and go, morning. How did you sleep?
Okay. You don't look like you slept okay.
Thanks. And I'm just gonna kind of get ready and just leave.
Yeah, so it is pretty fresh and early, probably somewhere between 7 and 8 from what you can tell.
Did we heal? Sorry, I need to.
Yeah, that was a long rest.
Oh, yes.
Long rest.
A long rest.
The longest of rests.
Yeah, that was like
How do I?
11 hours sleep.
Why?
Oh, no, that is fantasy. There we go.
Oh, it's so nice.
So unrelatable.
Ah,
Nearly as long as
that's
my
why we
ship.
play this game, to live out our dreams.
Although you don't want to live these dreams.
No, maybe not. 11 hours of sleep, though. God damn, I'll take that.
Yeah. It's literally as long as. Well, actually, it's not as long as my ship.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Whoa!
Wow.
Just everyone go in panic.
Yeah,
I'm really
so
sorry.
used to the insane sneezes. She's never sneezed twice the same.
As soon as I wake up, I sit bolt upright and I have an idea, and I start like rifling. I start like rifling through all of the copper and the cogs I got and everything, and I grab the ruby that I bought like 3 or 4 days ago, and you just see me going like nuts with tinkering tools and like eventually like typing things in the air and then like hitting things with a hammer and just
Actually,
Go
just
on.
like sitting up in bed, like really like bleary eyed, just like, huh?
The fuck's going on, man?
I am going to create a homunculus servant
Fuck yeah.
in the form of a pseudo dragon.
Oh, nice, nice,
Cool.
Yes.
very cool. Very cool.
This is in This is currently replacing my returning weapon.
Okay.
Can you swap out your artificer bits? That's cool.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Great infusion. Great. There we go. So now I've got a little pseudo dragon. Like
Sweet.
it looks like it's made of like clockwork and like you can actually see like the rib cage, but then there's like cogs turning within the rib cage and stuff.
Is that as well as Gonk?
That is as well as Gunk.
That's so good.
And in fact, I've
Army.
spoken to Alice about this, and I'm allowed to have the pseudo dragon carry Gonk.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Flying
Gonk-
flamethrower.
Gonk in the air.
Mm.
Gonk in the sky.
So the
Gonk
pseudo dragon
sky.
can actually fire breathe.
So you see me like going nuts with my tinkering tools, and then all of a sudden you just see this copper thing like crawl up onto my shoulder.
Ah, shit! Run for that one.
It's okay.
Oh, it's a thing. Cool. No, I knew that. It's fine. Just like
Heart
right
rate is like 170 BPM.
This is paprika.
Hey! I'm gonna like just reach out.
It reacts like an animal.
Just gonna like just stroke it on the head.
Yeah. It
Ah,
kind of goes.
that's nice. I like that.
I feel like Gonk's like,
Yeah, I go like it's still on my wrist now. I love you too.
Yeah, you're cool too. Don't worry. But this one's got wings. Can it fly?
It can fly.
Tapping it or like metal tinking noises.
Because I've got like the homunculus servant stat sheet, but then the flight speed is the flight speed is faster than the walking speed.
Nice.
Interesting.
Nice.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I head downstairs.
Lilith is already
Yeah,
sat
Bradley's
downstairs
gonna love
with
that. She's
with-
gonna love that.
You think so?
Yeah.
an ale.
After
like your morning coffee.
Yeah, for an
There's
ale.
like
just
as
that-
you sort of come out onto the landings, there's like a thick smell of weed, and you can hear Scrimp in the back room, sort of like slightly more politely asking them to not smoke weed in the building, and he's like, "Look, old man, you want good food? You let us do what we do in kitchen, and you keep clear, yes?" And he's like, "You know what? After the night I had, fine. If any of it gets in the food or anyone complains, then you're done."
As we're coming downstairs, I'm like, I hope that Briley likes it because I don't think she liked what I did yesterday.
I think she's gonna love it.
Are you sat downstairs with me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, before they come down, I'm just gonna be like, so, why were you so pissed off with Scarius?
I just didn't like the way he dealt with the situation yesterday.
But he's killed other people before.
I just feel like there was more of a sense of vulnerability.
Well, because he was an old man.
He was begging for his life.
He was gonna die anyway. Plus, he was really rude to me. I'm not saying what he done was right. I'm just saying maybe just lay off him a bit. I think he feels bad about it anyway. Plus, Bax burnt a building down.
It was all Bax. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't help carry anything anyway.
I love how you've just absolved yourself of any involvement.
That was the most Lilith thing you've done thus
Very much
far.
enjoyed effort.
I sit down next to you and like bump shoulders with you, and as I do, Paprika moves over to your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, morning. Oh, who is this?
This Paprika.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna can I take it off and kind of look at it?
Yes.
Oh, now she's friends with him.
Oh, he is. Is it a girl?
You got ale?
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Where's Gonk? Oh, okay.
Gonk's sleeping right now.
Okay.
Who would have thought, considering she's very nature loving, that she would like.
You can
Pipes.
actually see
I mean,
in
it's
his
kind of like an animal.
Pipes.
I say his then.
It's
I've said
essentially
his enough
flying
times.
pipes.
In his chest, you actually see the ruby that I bought, and it's actually like beating like a heart.
Oh. I'm absolutely enthralled. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And then I'm gonna give it back to you.
Yeah.
And like, have it crawl back on your shoulder, but I'm just gonna stare at it. And then I'm just gonna be like, we friends now.
Shrimp brings over like a morning platter and just like a big jug of water, but then just like your sort of regular order of ales. And he's
Hey,
like,
Shrimp.
He's like, if you want anything else, just let me know. And then he's like, oh, you keep making new ones. Did you make that one out of the last one?
No.
Oh,
She's still
okay,
here.
cool. I quite like that one. That one was fun.
Mm.
How much do those things run you?
How much if you kill the robots and steal the parts?
The heart requires a precious stone of around 300 gold.
Whoa.
And I can only make
Shit.
one at a time.
Oh, okay. Do you like make some of them more like statues without like them being alive? Because like I want to spruce up my place, you know, and like that's pretty fucking cool.
My dad used to make things like that, and he was very, very accomplished. I only picked up little bits.
Where's your dad live?
Rook Nest.
Oh,
Rook's
that's
Nest.
quite a way.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm ever up that way, I'm gonna pick one up because, like, if it's half as good as this little cutie, and he like sort of scratches his head, it's like it's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be a very long way for his little legs. She's just like whispering to you, just like that's a very long way for those tiny, tiny little legs.
Baxter sort of looks at his own.
It's really sitting on the
Paprika.
floor, his feet not really touching the floor.
Just that.
Paprika gets his face into the breakfast, eats some, and then it just all comes out because he's just like
Yeah.
Ugh, not on the table.
he's just like trying to chew and swallow, but it's
Yeah, it's
just.
just falling out of him. Get off. Get off the table.
I like pick him up and he's like legs going like that, and I just put him back on my
Yeah,
shoulder.
leave him. He's nice. He's nice.
It's shitted on the table.
It's not. It's just. I guess kinda.
Shrimp is like, sorry, I gotta get back to work. I'm enthralled.
That's-
You look pretty enthralled too. It's pretty cool.
I love it.
I can tell. He's like, did anyone know what happened to my dad last night?
What? What happened? to
He
your
woke
dad?
up like screaming and thrashing about, and he said something about a haunted towel.
Maybe it's
He
karma.
really needs to see a doctor.
That's what I told him.
Maybe he needs to stop whipping people with towels.
Yeah, maybe it's karma.
Yeah, it's like his crimes coming back to haunt him. Something.
Maybe. I don't know. I just know he woke up in an absolute state last night.
Well, make sure he's okay. Don't want him to, keel
Get him
over
into
on
like
us.
yoga or something.
Man needs
What's
a
that?
holiday.
He needs.
He needs
something.
a vacation. He
Some-
needs to go to a beach
Yeah.
and have a Mai Tai or something and just.
I don't know what that is, but also we live on an island that's surrounded by beaches. He's been to many. It does not help. I did try.
Okay, maybe he needs a woodland cabin instead.
Maybe he needs to
Some
retire.
people like that kind of vibe.
I've been telling him to retire. I'm more than capable of taking this place over, especially now that we got the Borises from the back. You can just Borisov. Like, yeah, he's a sticky one, that one. Plus, if my dad retires and I get to take over, we could turn this place into a bit of a smoker's lounge, if you know what I mean.
Smells like
am,
you already have.
Yeah, he's like, I am quite partial to the Zaza.
It smells like your little friends already have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if my dad disagrees, they will kill him.
Give him a couple of years, he'll come round.
He's gonna be dead.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be dead in a few years, dude. Like, I'm quite the realist, and that man is more blood pressure than he is goblin. Like, he's supposed to be a much darker shade of green.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss in advance.
Yeah. Thanks. Sure. Anyway, yeah. Let me know if you need anything. Enjoy the seed bird. Oh, we got some chicken today, actually.
What?
We managed to get a delivery onto the island, and we managed to get one. And we thought we'd cook it up and give it to people for breakfast on the meat platter. So enjoy the chicken. Or at least what we've been told is chicken. And he sort of like backs away, kind of being like...
Does it taste any different than the chicken, than the seabird?
It definitely tastes different than seabird, but you're not sure it tastes like chicken.
Maybe there's the owl.
Does it taste better than seabird?
It's less like gamey.
What does that mean?
Kind of like...
Less like
fattier,
red
more like,
meaty.
yeah, like duck kind of... You know, like when we have duck. And it's kind of like a bit chewier, a bit more red meaty.
Okay.
Instead of being like that, it's more like chicken. But not quite chicken.
Maybe it was the owl.
Maybe.
Hey.
It's like no one's got a leg or anything either. There's no like bones in it. It's all just like slices of chicken.
Hey, do you want to see the coolest part?
Yes.
I send Paprika to fly over onto Lilith's shoulder,
Just don't shit on me.
and I cast guidance through it.
Sick.
So I normally have to touch you to do these spells, but now Cinnamon can. Cinnamon.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Cinnamon is actually my previous pseudo dragon.
Ah, damn.
Requiescat in pace.
Oh, danger.
Yeah.
So
But now
what's
Paprika can
guidance?
do it for me.
What does it do?
For the next few seconds, you're going to be more
Good.
able to do things.
More good.
1d4
Do a backflip.
Yeah.
Do you not think I'm good enough at doing backflips already?
No, but you could do an amazing backflip.
Shrimp's
this
like,
time.
I want to see you do a backflip.
Okay. Just does a backflip.
Okay, yeah. Make an acrobatics check and add a d4.
Okay.
Wait for it. Ooh.
And then
7.
And a
But
add a
D4.
d4.
Add a d4.
That's
Add
what
a
the
d4.
guidance does.
This one?
Yeah, this is
10.
okay, you
It's passable.
managed. It's early in the morning, so we'll let it slide, you know? It's like you've had some rough few days. You do manage to make the full rotation, but by golly gosh, is it the least interesting looking backflip anyone's ever seen.
She's still like, ta-da!
Shrimp's like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
Okay.
Still getting away with that performer.
What's the plan?
Well, we need to go down the docks. And stay away from the burnt building.
Is there anything going on in the city today? Like, who had the leaflet of the
Back-
whole week?
Yeah. So at 3
Ah.
p.m. there is chariot racing at the Kingsview Coliseum. At 9 p.m. is Kevin Lemongrass's Meta Game or Meta Shame quiz show.
When's that? What time?
9 p.m. That's a fun one if if I do say so. And at 10 p.m. every pub in the city is hosting their own drinking contest.
Nice.
Okay, well, let's put a ring around that one.
today is going to be a good day.
The leaflet is like burned
It's
on
like,
the
right,
edges and
now that we've
crumpled and
committed
wet.
series of crimes, let's get back to the normal shit that we came here for.
Are we? What are we do? Are we doing like? We just going back to
I mean, we've had a rough
having fun?
couple of days. Why don't we just...
Maybe something will crop up anyway.
I'm sure trouble will find us inevitably.
It seems to.
But I have got myself kind of hyped up for a fight now.
Okay.
So I was kind of hoping that we might, go and beat up a cultist. But yeah, I mean, we don't have to.
Well, let's hope we spot one.
Yeah.
We could go down to the docks first.
To the
It's not until 3 p.m.
As
Okay,
he's
yeah.
saying this, Roz staggers out of room 4, sort
To
of
the
still
docks.
semi-drunkenly.
Roz, pull your pants up.
Hank you little.
Just
Just
see
like-
up.
She leans against a wall and she's like, I've got no energy left. I can barely move my legs. Oh, and she hobbles down the stairs really slowly. And she turns to Bax and goes, little man, don't suppose you've got one of those cigars from Ogluck?
I only have the one.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
sorry.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to go for a wander, I reckon.
You can.
And she's like, no one disturb him. Flat out. Oh, and then she hobbles to the front. Shrimp just really sheepishly like hands her a glass of water. She like, downs it, but most of it sort of just goes down in front, and then she just sort of like starfish walks out the front door slowly.
I'm just gonna look at Scarius and just go, towel.
Well,
Towel whipped.
at this point in time, Scarius was like sketching up a prosthetic leg, and he just like sees Roz just, and then he goes back to sketching.
Oh, I don't like that woman.
Why?
She scares
You
me.
can just hear coughing and retching
I
just
say,
outside the door.
You say don't like, you mean scared off.
I'm scared of that woman. Terrified.
I do
actually.
think she gets a bit too personal with her clients.
She's an old lady.
You get the wrong impression, is what I'm saying.
She's.
Like if you're going to perform,
Her husband
I
died, so she just
know,
plays the
I
field
suppose.
now.
Fair enough.
Also,
Superb recovery.
the
by the way.
person, yeah, the
Clearly.
person that she has slept with upstairs. Who was it?
It was the
It
we
was
dwarf.
that
know it,
dwarven
isn't it?
fellow.
Did he look like he had anything worth having?
I thought you were going to ask me like he had any diseases.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah. Not that
Ken,
you-
can I do crimes?
Not that you remember spotting, for the most part, like, it just seems that each of them brought just like a... Well, Roz brought a magic handbag, but he just seemed to have brought like a little sort of satchel with a couple of...
She's trying
Bits
to
and
weigh
bobs.
up whether it's worth going, even trying, because she kind of guesses. Bless you. She kind of guesses that Roz would have already tried. So it's like,
Yeah, Roz got
Is
a
it gonna-
handbag with her, so like...
yeah, like, would Roz have already taken
I
everything?
think,
Is that going to be worth
But I
my...
think she's milked him for everything
Yeah,
that she's got.
Literally.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Okay, she's just going to continue just sipping it, just...
This is day 3 of the festivities, or 4?
4.
Day 4.
Is there any?
So tomorrow's the big
Yeah.
thing.
So do you know for the chariot
Ravenwood's
racing,
Test of
is there
Champions.
any gold tickets?
It
Were they
doesn't
gold?
specify.
Were they gold? I don't know.
No, they were just invites. Palace invites.
We got one.
Are we going to
got
Willy
the
Wonka's
golden
chocolate
ticket.
factory? Yeah.
That was it, wasn't it? One
Well, I've
invite
got
for
one.
one person.
Yeah.
Are we going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory?
Yes.
You'd be
Is
lucky.
there a chocolate factory in the city?
Is it run by a man called
There
Willy Wonka?
might be, and if you do end up finding it, we may have to do a several episode side quest.
Darks, cultist
Dogs?
beat up, hit with hammer. Yeah?
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna put my... Oh my god, I forgot the word for cup. Cup. I was like, what is this?
Cheers.
Would you mind if I take the temporary enchantment off your armor? I had an idea last
What if
night.
I fall?
She already hates him. This is a bad timing.
You've used it once, and that was when I was demonstrating it to you.
That's true. Okay.
Okay.
Can I have it back though? A little later.
Yeah, yes,
Fab.
that's fine.
He means no.
I just sort
I know
of
that was an upgrade
I
line.
just sort of take the wrapped copper wire, and I'm like, "Can I have your hammer, please?"
Does it
No,
still look
no,
cool?
it's mine.
Does it still look cool? Do I still look cool?
It's
Okay.
still
It's the same
still
armor.
nice leather armor.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the
yeah.
thing, does it? Wait, what? Why? Why do you
Still
want
didn't
it?
get you a cloak.
I know.
Oh, okay. I'll
And I
put it
just-
on the table.
And I'd wrap it around like wherever there's any. Is there any grip, or is it just a?
On the barrel one,
Yeah.
there's sort of like a couple of leather wrappings around roughly where you could two-hand it.
Yeah. So I just find a nice place and I wrap it and I type a few things in the air and then just give it back to you.
What?
Now when you
What do you
throw it,
Nice.
Is this dragon still shitting on me?
Okay.
You can make people-
stand back, everyone.
It's just about wieldy enough to like treat it as sort of almost like versatile, where it's like you've got enough strength where you could throw it. Yeah.
Now you can.
Warhammers. No. Yeah, it is a warhammer, isn't it?
Yes.
That's is that one hand? I can't remember.
You can make people drunk from a distance now.
I like that. That's cool. Okay. He's gonna throw it
That
up.
sounded like a fucking
Catch
remix of you then. I like that.
I like that.
I like
I
that.
like that.
It's cool.
He's gonna throw it up, let it spin a couple of times in the air, and then catch it again. Cool. Let's go.
Let's go
This
make some
dragon gonna
cultists
shit on
drunk.
me.
Do you want me to have it back?
I don't mind carrying it as long as it doesn't ton shit on me.
As a thank you, I'm going to give you Gonk for the day.
Okay.
And Gonk just sort of, for the sake of, it kind of just wakes up, crawls over to your arm, and latches on and just goes back to sleep.
Hi, Gonk. I'm happy now. Bryleaf is she's ready.
Let's go.
Okay, so you head out into the world. You head down towards the docks. You're not that far from them.
I just took my armor off accidentally, so now I'm technically naked walking down to the docks.
Paprika's chewing on your hair.
Why?
I'm not making it.
Liz just takes all her hair and pulls it to one side. What side is it on?
On whatever side you want it.
What side is it? You have
on
to...
your left hand side.
Fuck. Of course it is.
Yeah.
She's like... she pulls her hair to one side and then realises and is like,
But then...
and moves it to this side and pulls her hair to this side.
So the actual dock front pretty much spans the entire southern width of the city. But when people in this region refer to the docks, they're specifying the region that runs alongside the Onyx Wharf.
Right.
So you ended up going right down to the eastern tip when you blew your own eye out. But the majority of the imports and the ships arrive in the western side of this dock. So you sort of go forward the street in a bit to get onto the front, and then it sort of jumps back and forth between wooden boardwalks and sort of proper stone quay walls and stuff. So you just make your way along the front. It's quite pleasant. There's a fresh breeze blowing up from the south with a nice warmth to it, which is nice because again, as we're sort of moving towards the middle of the winter time in this region, it's not cold, but for the locals it's definitely not comfortable. So this nice southerly wind is gracing you, to the point where I think it's lovely enough weather to change the vibe of the music. Let's go with this one. I don't think I've tried this one.
Nice.
Turn the intensity down. So yeah, there's a crisp air. There's a few ships coming in and
I
out.
feel like I'm standing
Yeah.
on a ledge.
Yeah, you do take that moment every now and again, each of you just sort of independently stop and look out over the sea, and there's some ships coming in, and there's a few people getting on and off ships. Some people that are clearly just had enough of the party already and are I'm fucking peacing out. This was way too much. Holy crap. They are hanging out of their own arses, clambering up these boardwalks, be
Those people who are
let it end.
Those people who are in perpetual hangover, 2 days into Oktoberfest.
Yeah, they are.
No,
stuff.
go home.
But there's still more people arriving at this point. You're how are we not at capacity? How are people still arriving?
It's Casa Dumlord.
There's barrels of alcohol being pulled off some ships as deliveries, because again, most of the regions of the city sort of have their own major import section. So as you sort of approach the docks, this bit where this thing's coming in, there's quite a few cargo vessels that are bringing in sugar and foreign teas, and there's a timber ship that's just rocked up with just stacks upon stacks of timbers, and yeah, it's bustling, it's busy, but it's quite a fresh morning. There's very few clouds in the sky. There's that sort of early morning winter low sun that is bouncing off the sea just enough to every now and again a wave will move in just away and it catches your eye, and you got that flashing to the side of you as you're traveling along. But yeah, it's a It's a real pleasant morning, and you all feel refreshed, especially Scarius, who's no longer exhausted.
Yep.
Yay. What was our lead? We just knew that there was
Down here somewhere.
someone down here.
Yeah, Roz said there was people down here with shit tattoos, essentially, right?
That makes it got a little nefarious then, I won't lie.
It's a good start.
It's because Lilith talked.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just going to do a quick scan of the dock workers and see if I can just spot anyone, like, with their
Okay.
arms out the door.
Yeah.
Like as we're walking through, just keep.
Either make a perception check each, or one of you do it with advantage.
You can do it with advantage
Ooh.
if you want.
What's your perception?
I'll also.
Mine is +4.
I'm gonna get a pseudo dragon's eye
Yours is
view.
probably better as a ranger.
Ooh.
So
You'd think.
I just sort of make
What
eye
is it
contact.
doing with my right? On my right, is it trying to still bite my?
It's just trying to get back over to the other
Ah,
side.
mine's +6.
You do it.
And you keep going like that and like moving your head and like
Yeah.
trying to.
Okay, in which case I'm like, if I put my hair on this side and this on this side, can you see my
14.
mark?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how
14.
obvious can you see it?
Not very.
Hang on 1 second. Yeah, so it covers it for the, or he covers it.
Yeah.
He covers it for the most part, but then every now and again will like lie down or sort of like
Yeah.
try and clamber on the back a little bit more and like expose it.
Okay.
But while you're being bothered by him, I look at him and he just flies up.
Is it gonna shit on us from high?
Yeah. So before you, before we sort of do the thing with that, what did you roll?
14.
14. From Roz's description that was like sort of passed on to you, and because obviously you were there talking to her, the way she was talking about him, the fact that she didn't specify anything like he was an orc or a tiefling or something, you can assume it's like human, elf, dwarf maybe at a push, that sort of
Nothing that
You know,
stand out like a lot.
yeah. So you sort of scan along them. There's a lot of guys with their tops off because it's a surprisingly warm morning, and obviously they're lugging stuff around.
You know, sun's out, guns out, now.
Aye. And you don't spot anything out of the ordinary. But how does the pseudo dragon vision work?
I can't see through it or anything like that.
Right.
But it can sort of make perception checks, and then I have to like ask it questions, because it understands any spoken languages that I understand. So like when you were saying "bugger off," you know, and it could understand you.
Good.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That just
for
means you weren't listening to you.
Yeah.
Paprika.
But like, I guess I don't realize he can
Is he
understand me. 'Cause
small?
he doesn't speak back to me, so.
Yeah.
I hope that's not foreshadowing for like a fiery death.
Pretty good.
16.
16. Okay. So he flies back down to you, to sort of like report in.
So did you see anything?
How does it communicate back?
It can like nod, shake, like it is non-verbal.
Right. Okay. It nods, or he nods.
I didn't think this through.
Ask it if it can lead us there.
And he
Follow
nods
it.
again and like points his tail towards like a direction, and then just takes
Let's
off.
go.
Cool. Just like keeping an eye on it. There
Yeah.
he is.
So you follow him along to a warehouse that is further down along one of the sort of like outward jutting jetties where there is a ship docked, and there are people moving crates that are just sort of non-branded, nondescript, like cubes, and just moving them in, and it like Paprika just sort of like circles above her a bit and then comes back like no one seems to have noticed. He lands back on Lilith. But like comes to land on the head and then sort of like clambers down.
Doesn't really like things touching her, so she's a bit like, ah.
I've looked at his dex score and he's relatively clumsy.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
What's his dex score?
Oh no, it's his strength score.
Oh, right.
His strength is -3,
Aww.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, he's little.
but his dex is +2.
Oh, so he's surprisingly dexterous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily know what this pseudo dragon has seen. Other than there's just some blokes, lugging stuff into a warehouse, piling it up.
Did he know that he was supposed to be looking for spider? Splatted spider.
I assumed I told him what to do.
Yeah, what to look for.
Yeah.
Can it understand us?
Yes?
Did you see splatted spider?
He shakes his head.
Did you see anything of the list that we talked about?
He sort of like shrugs.
What was it leading us to?
Did you see food?
He nods his head.
Oh my god, it's stupid.
That's coming from you.
And that's coming from me.
And then when you say like, "Oh my god, it's stupid," he like shakes his head and flies back up again and like circles around and comes back.
What is it showing us? What's it showing us?
Is it to do with the cult?
He sort of shrugs again.
Fucking hell, it's useless. It shits.
He like, what sort of attacks can it do?
Absolutely not. I will end you.
It can.
Fuck you will.
It can do. It can do a 1d4 plus 2 force damage strike.
God.
Nice.
Okay, I was gonna do that. I was just gonna like tail whip her in the face and then take off, and then just like swirl back over the top.
She's like,
come
wait,
back.
another
Everyone look
room.
at the ground. Look at the ground. What is it?
But this time
It actually
he lands
shares,
on you.
It shares my proficiency score as well, which is
Sick.
cool. So
So yeah,
whenever
he lands
I
back on you this time, as to
Just
not
like-
get whacked by Lilith.
Paprika,
I don't
can you
know.
show me?
Just
He,
another
like, nods
bruise.
and then
Great.
takes off again.
and just does the same thing.
Yeah.
There's got to be something here then.
Tell it to hover just above whatever it is.
He's got, yeah.
Okay, I've got an idea.
It can hover, but not very gracefully.
Get it
Just
back. Give it back. I'm gonna walk amongst them because performers on the
On the
sword,
dogs.
yeah, is
Yeah, don't gotta
normal,
justify
right?
it. It's okay.
So, if I walk towards them, will you be able to tell me when I'm there? Like, just squeeze me or something?
He nods.
Okay, let's do that.
He sits on your shoulder and sort of like just spins his butt and points the tail in the direction he wants you to go.
Stay
okay.
here. I'll go.
Yeah,
Just keep eyes, yeah?
You wander down, you get a few wolf whistles, and as you approach the furthest ship along the dock,
Proper
They
starting, like...
They really like paprika.
Paprika sort of like tucks under your ponytail a bit and like hides a little.
Oh.
But
Oh, cool.
I feel like she needs to hide her mark now. Now she's like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get anywhere nearer to people, I'm like, you're gonna have to go on the other side. No, I'm not arguing with you. You have to go on the other side.
he just like reluctantly
Yeah.
crawls along your back.
Thank you. She just like pulled her hair around. Right.
He just sort of like gives your earlobe a little nibble.
Not what I'm used to.
Or maybe exactly what I'm used to. You approach and there's this burly dragon bone looking guy, but slightly more like lizard folk looking. It's very difficult to determine whether he's dragon bone or like a sort of frillless, hairless lizard folk with like a horn. The face looks lizard, the horns look dragon bone. He's like, "Good day to you. How are you doing this fine morning? You come for a good time, eh?
I'm just having a stroll.
Oh, you don't come down here for stroll, you stupid or what? It's fucking dead and didn't see you, silly bitch.
Wow.
Boys, she come for stroll. She come for a stroll. I don't believe her, no. You come for business, eh?
Maybe.
Well, are you putting out or not?
Is paprika doing anything?
It's just sort of like clinging onto the shoulder and like peeking over every now and again.
Paprika's
and,
like, how did that?
I came for business.
What? Why? What have you got to offer?
Surely I'm supposed to be asking you what you've got on offer, eh?
Can't you see?
Well, I don't know what's under that skirt.
Are you used to people flipping a dong out?
There are some islands in this world, but it's very common.
Do I look like I've got a dick?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I just want to be sure, you know.
She just like whispers to Paprika, because you don't. I can see quite a lot.
Look, do you want to get some business or not? You want to earn some gold, yeah?
Is there anything I can see on them? On any of them?
So at the moment you don't see any tattoos. There's a lot of like sort of loose fitting, sort of 3/4 length shirts, but you do see that the boxes have zero description on them at all, which is weird because normally you see some sort of like stamp of what ports it's been through or like a description of what's in there or something. It's just there's nothing on them.
Do we see her? Are we close enough?
You're a good, like, 100 feet away or so. Like, you sort of stayed... Yeah, so you stayed along... If the south is facing you guys and this, like, arm is the boardwalk, it is perpendicular, like a perpendicular jetty heading south. So you guys sort of stayed over here and she's gone right down the end of the jetty. So she's definitely an eye line, but it's like sort of...
How many of them is there?
Does she look like she's in trouble?
There's no signs of trouble. It just looks like, from what you can tell anyway, it just looks like blokes trying to get business, because after a long bit of sailing. But there are 4 men moving crates in like 2 pairs of 2. There's the guy talking to you, and then 2 guys on the ship that seem to be like the captain and the first mate. You want to come on board with us here? Go over to the next port. We pay you for the whole time. If you know what I mean.
Shit. Yeah, just give me 5. I've just got to talk to my little dragon friend.
And he sort of like looks and he goes,
He's a bit scared of water, you know?
oh, that would probably make sense. He'd get all patina in his fucking cogs and
His
shit.
bits, yeah.
Yeah.
She's found someone. I'm gonna try and get close.
I'm gonna,
so
like-
my way through the crowd.
Like as if I'm talking to
Right, yeah.
Paprika.
Paprika. But I'm gonna talk to you and just be like, okay, they want me to stay on the boat and entertain them. All. Wait. Give the urine to one of the others.
I pull it out and like just sort of like rub it on.
Yeah, there's like this straight up like dried crusty blood on it where you like...
Give it back.
Yeah.
Have you got pierced ears?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
He's got
okay.
quite a few up
Right, cool.
side actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so you sort of just like
he's hanging
swap
it from
one
the
in.
top.
Yeah.
He hasn't got lobes pierced, but he has to hang it from the
Sorry, bad reception. Hold on. Just fold you.
top. Yeah. Okay.
He
what's
doesn't actually
up?
know though. Do
Okay,
you know that the urine
so-
I've seen him. I've seen him use it. Yeah.
So they want me to go on the ship with them
Okay.
to the next port. But
Right. Not ideal.
barrels have nothing on them. Like all of the boxes have nothing on them.
What do you mean by nothing?
As in nothing. There's nothing. It's just wood.
Like no markings?
No, nothing.
Okay, that's weird. I'll repeat that to you guys as well. Okay. There's
I've told them I'm talking to the dragon. So, dragon, you need to make it look like I'm talking to you.
Just starts like moving round and then like nodding, and then will occasionally like really smugly and slyly look back at the guy, and then like sort of flare the rib cage slightly as if it's like laughing at him, and then look back and like start making all these little whirring
Like-
noises. Yeah, but more like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's.
He's like, hey, is that little thing laughing at me? Huh?
No,
Go-
it's got a cold.
How does it?
I dropped it in water.
He just. Oh right, that's probably why it's
Yeah.
afraid of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
She just turns around and carries on.
they want her to
You can-
dance on the boat.
As you sort of like turn around, like there's just that moment where you look back and he's very clearly like looking you up and down, and then he's like,
We haven't got time for that.
But they've got some suspicious looking cargo. As in, it's got no markings, it's got no nothing. She could maybe find something out, but
Ooh.
they want to take her to the next port.
Riley, make a history check for me.
I've thought. Thoughts are. Go on.
10.
10. Okay, with that,
Look over it all like.
you
when we come
look
to that.
over to the ship and you get like a bit of a memory. You realize the captain is a greenskin. And unmarked crates ring a bell for you because back in your days of liberation, they would often be transported in blank crates.
Oh, okay.
How far away am I from the crates? From any one of the crates?
Between 100 and 120 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my idea is.
You got an idea?
Sports commentary. And Lilith now coming up the front with a good idea. Let's hear what it is.
Idea is. I entertain them all. Wait. Differently than normal. Just dance for them all.
Okay.
Like, gather them together and dance for them.
But that's not the normal thing.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if I have to remove some of my clothes. Maybe.
Okay, I don't need the details. Just
And then you go and look at what in the box is.
okay. So you distract and we act.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you have to make sure Scarius doesn't know.
That's fine. Take it below deck,
Thanks.
and don't let them leave.
But, yeah, great. So I'm just going to be on my own.
If they do leave, can you swim?
Shit. Yeah, but
Cool. We're good. Do you want someone else to come on the boat with you?
This can't go wrong.
I'm just thinking how the hell nobody else can dance.
Do you want your bodyguard to come on the boat with you?
Yeah, but who's that going to be?
Me, probably.
Can you... I forgot I couldn't hear him. I was just about to say, can you dance?
Okay.
Two on the boat, two on the side.
Maybe ask the others what they think.
Okay, tell them that you got to bring your bodyguard with you. And
Okay.
the other two can search the crates.
Okay, but I'll just say that it's just dance because I've got to stay behind because I've got.
You got other clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my calendar has reminded me that I've got other clients, but I'm happy to, come on deck and perform a little for you all.
What sort of performance are we talking about, eh?
You'd have to wait and see, wouldn't you?
We want to know what sort of
She
bang
just
we're
kind of
getting for our buck.
takes like not all the way down, but
Just
just
the shoulder.
like and just goes, oops.
That kind of show, eh?
But another kind of thing that has to happen is I have to have my bodyguard with me at all times.
I believe the word you're looking for is caveat. But yeah, we don't really do bodyguards.
But I do. Also, I'll make it cheaper for you all.
Am I hearing all this?
You can hear her half.
Yeah. Tell them I'll stay above deck, and they can have it.
They'll stay above deck. They're just in case something goes
Alright,
to
but
shit.
one of our lads stays with him, yeah? Keeps an eye on him.
One of them stays with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, okay.
He stays up on deck and he keeps an eye out.
Yep. That's what my bodyguard is doing. Keep
Yes, no, I mean one of our guys with him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Cool. We're good.
Okay.
Do you want to come on board then?
Not really.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
distracting. You
fine,
guys search the
perfect.
crates. Okay, we meet back here in, 20 minutes?
Okay.
Okay, good.
Shit.
20-minute
Go.
in and out adventure!
How are you distracting?
Don't worry about it.
Give them
Don't
back
worry
the
about
gearing.
it.
Give them back the gearing. Give
Just
them back the gearing.
Start spin. Oh, take this! I was like,
Scarius puts two and two together and he goes, "You're in for a treat."
And this guy looks over and he's like, friend of yours.
Bodyguard.
No, I mean the other one.
Oh, priest.
Right. And he sort of turns to you and he goes, well, I don't know what priests are into these days. I wouldn't put it past them.
I will make my way through the crowds
Yeah, so
trying to, like,
you arrive and he's like,
bodyguard-y.
he looks you up and down and he's like, wait a minute, this is your bodyguard.
How tall is this guy?
He's like nearing 6 foot. Yeah.
Lilith is taller than you. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. You got a problem with that, buddy?
No, I'm alright. Come on board.
Cool.
And he goes, hey lads, we got something going on if you know what I mean. Jump on. And they just sort of like eagerly put down the crates and are like, and just run on board. They all just sort of go on the deck.
Look back towards Scarius before walking
And then
on and just be like,
just before they all go down, he goes, eeny, meeny, miny, Jacob, it's your turn to stay out on deck. And he's like, it is always my turn to fucking stay out on deck when we got entertainment. What the shit, dude? And he's like,
buddy.
sorry, Jacob, it's just the way it goes, you know.
don't worry, man. We can play cards or something. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got
sure.
cards, and I hand you my cards and the earring.
Nice. Alright, cool.
Yeah, but then you won't be able.
Well, I can-
No, but they can- you can talk
don't
to them,
hand him
yeah.
the earring, love. You don't want to hear that. All right, first guy.
No, yeah, because otherwise everyone.
Yeah, so,
No, we have the 2 earrings.
yeah, so Lilith goes below deck with the.
She's not
crew.
alright. Just to reiterate, she's not sleeping with all of these men.
Wait,
She's
no,
just
it's-
stripping.
It's still you two.
Just a
isn't
bit of
it?
stripping.
She's just stripping. She's
It
classy.
is still you two with the earrings, isn't it?
No, I
No,
threw
no.
one back to you,
Oh, I threw one
and
back.
Lilith gave me
Yeah,
the other
so
one.
now you
Gotcha.
two
to
have
me
one.
when she gave me the cards.
Gotcha.
So I will just sneakily affix it.
So yeah, when you go under, there's a like the pirate. No, I meant to say the captain, but my brain just went the pirate.
The pirate.
The captain. Just for record, these aren't like pirates. From what you can tell, there's nothing like.
Sexy about him.
No pig legs, no parrots, no eye patches.
No, I meant like no iconography, no inkling as to why.
No
why they
Pirates
would
of the Caribbean music.
be. No.
No.
But yeah, you go in and the captain is sat on this like over the top sort of throne.
Pirates.
Maybe.
Don't let them hurt Paprika or Lilith.
Well, I'm gonna listen out for
Oh,
any
fuck,
trouble, but I'm supposed to stay above deck.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're sending them upstairs. Sending
Wouldn't
them
it be
upstairs.
amazing if Paprika ratted her out to him?
Yeah. No.
He's like, is she a dancer? And he's like, wide eyes.
just like sort of dancing.
Yeah, so he comes and lands on backs.
Oh, hey, buddy.
But yeah, it's quite like dingy under there, but it's got one of those like one of those like crystal prisms in the floor of the upper deck to like cast light down underneath. It's a little dingy. There's
What a surprise.
some like manacles and stuff under there.
Well,
Once they've all gone under, apart from the one guy, you'll be like, okay, coast is clear.
Yeah, make a performance check with adding an additional proficiency.
what? Which one am I? Oh,
Roll a
which,
d20 for
I know, but
performance.
which one do I pick?
Oh, right.
Do I pick the red bastard because red bastard?
You keep.
I haven't rolled it today though.
Do it.
Go for it.
Okay, 7, and then plus what?
An extra proficiency.
Wasn't it what?
So +3 again.
So 10 total. Yeah, I mean, these guys have been out on sea for quite some
I
time.
was going to say, beggars can't be
They're
choosers.
very lonely. They're very sad. It's not your
Lilith is very
crowning
sad,
moment, but by no means is it bad. It's just sort of like, well, here's my tits.
As I'm walking
Very good,
towards the ship, I'm casting detect magic.
Cool.
Just to have it up.
Yeah.
Oh, did you keep our skeleton on? What a good girl.
It depends how long you want to keep them distracted.
Yeah.
I will be doing my utmost to keep. What was the guy's name? Jacob.
Jacob.
Keep him distracted. I'll be like, okay, what's your game, buddy? 20,
So,
21.
as-
You a poker kind of guy?
I play most stuff, but yeah, blackjack is good.
And I'll like pull up a barrel or something and make sure his back is to the dock and that I'm facing that way so I can see and he can't.
As me and Scarus are going up to the crates, like I'm just gonna keep my voice low, obviously. But I'm just gonna say, okay, I'm gonna quickly tell you something. A few years ago, I was running with this gang of sorts, and long story short, crates with no markings. There could be people in there. People that are not
shit.
supposed to be here.
Well, okay. How do we do anything about that without making a scene?
Do you have anything that you could cast on the boxes?
Thunderwave. No.
Just launch them all into the sea. You can just see bubbles coming out of them every now and again.
Oh.
Not really. If we damage them, I can fix them up so they look like they've been untouched.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Just gonna have to go up and have a look, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Detect magic is up for 10 minutes.
yeah, you start to play some blackjack with Jacob, and oh, actually, let me grab something else real quick.
Oh
Among
shit, it's those cards. We don't know what's wrong with those cards. I just realised.
oh no, this is just a.
No, the cards that I gave backs.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, we
We don't actually know what's wrong with that.
You had
Yeah.
a look at them, didn't you? There was nothing.
Yeah, but I'm.
Bax just explodes.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
I'm stupid.
As I start drawing like 6 cards for a hand, it's just 6 cards of the deck of many things.
Oh god.
Not quite.
However,
You get through a few hands of
your eyes
the game,
pop out.
and you sort of like win one, lose one, win it back. You're sort of like drawing even on any cash gambled. But then the guy's eyes, one goes black, one goes red, and he grins as he's dealing, and he throws you a card. And I need you to make a dexterity check.
Check, not save.
Check,
Damn
not
it.
save.
We got advantage on the save. Right. Okay. Oh, that was good. That was good. Just straight dex.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Cool. Yeah, you just immediately and instinctively go whoop, and catch it between two fingers, which is probably the bad idea. And you look at it.
I'm sorry.
Black and red. Black and red.
Black and red.
There.
Black and red eyes.
What's he done?
What the fuck?
What's he fucking done?
Time did not come. Don't destroy my performance.
What's Thea's doing with a bunch of tanukis?
Tanukis.
Tanukis?
That's
where we got the cards from.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, but. the
I thought you
guy
meant like playing with them now, and it's like no,
The guy
Jacob's
sitting
just
across.
some
is
chump.
Seeming to be possessed by Theus with the black and red eyes.
Yeah.
So
Perhaps it was just a normal deck that he
Please.
just made into a deck of many things. there
draw a
and then-
card.
Oh no.
All the Tanukis are Theus's boys.
Oh,
Danger.
God, my hand's sweating. Let's go. Let's go here. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Now place it down. Face down.
Oh, face down.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. It's fine.
Yeah. Rotate it whichever way up you wish it to be.
Oh dear. Yeah, let's go that way. Let's go that way.
Ugh.
Now flip it over sideways.
Sideways. Okay.
Can you read what it is, or is it one of
Yes.
those ones where it's like, oh, this is indecipherable nonsense?
We have got Andromelius, the magician, and it's
magician.
it's upside down.
The magician reversed.
The magician reversed.
I feel like I did good shit for the magician, but I can't remember.
So did these look like normal playing cards until this
They
point?
are normal playing cards. It is a
Oh.
mundane set of playing cards.
Ooh.
But there's just that one moment where little old Jacob failed a save,
Oh dear.
and you caught a card that was thrown to you instinctively, just like hold it between two fingers like, haha, I'm cool. Oh, fuck!
And
No!
it still looks like a normal playing card in my hand.
But if you didn't
As-
catch it, Theus was going to take your eye.
Yeah.
No, as they say, like, in flight, it looks like a playing card. The moment you catch it, it's, like, bigger than a normal card, and you're like,
Ah, cool.
shit.
I did actually think he was going to go in his eye if he didn't catch it.
Theus is just
By
got to
the
think
end of the
about taking
campaign,
eyes.
we'll all have
Shall I
like,
show it to the battle card?
the red eye.
Yeah. Right, the Magician reversed. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, of course it's cool for you.
Jacob is still sort of possessed and looks at you, and with Theus's voice, but like through a strange filter of Jacob's voice, is like, God damn it, I wanted that to be a bad one. Well, not a bad one, just sort of. And he's like,
Is it a good
I
one?
hate this accent. What the fuck?
Is it a bad what? A good what?
I just wanted to have some fun.
Wait, Theus, is that you?
No.
Oh, wait, oh, you were gonna believe
Because
that.
it sounded like him.
Fucking do it. Oh, okay, I know.
He's still got like the one black, one red eye, and he's like, enjoy the stick! And then he leaves, and like, just from the sky, just drops this stick into your hand.
Ha!
Yeah.
What kind of stick?
It is some form of maybe like willow wood.
Just like a dowel kind of thing, or like a knoll?
No.
Like a
Gnarled, like-
wand.
Looks wandy.
Ah.
And then Jacob's like, hey, where is... Hey, who shit my pants?
You okay? You okay? You went kind of weird there for a second.
Whoa.
My.
And then he just has this moment where he looks into the sky and he's like, time is but a fleeting moment in the grand eons that exist outside of our known realities.
Right, you need to lie down. Come on. I'm gonna go right behind him
And then he goes,
and try and coax him down. Onto
oh,
the
I
deck.
definitely shit my pants.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh god,
you did.
yeah, it's like real bad. So like you sort of like escort him off to the other side of the boat and like help him just sort of, you know, get sorted. Lilith is having fun downstairs,
She's not
and
having
now
fun.
you too. Yeah, that was
She's
fun
not.
in like inverted commas.
Beautiful.
I took the card back, did I?
I put it there.
Oh. I didn't. I haven't seen the art in this one.
It's cool. Very cool indeed.
Oh, his horn's got a hand. Oh no, his arm's up behind his horn. I thought his horn had a hand. That might be a fun attachment.
I'm gonna start like. Kind of...
Yeah, you're just sort of like waving this stick around, and thus far nothing's happening. With you two, there's no one else down on this dock. Jacob is preoccupied. Back sort of gives you like a. You can hear cheering downstairs. What do you two do?
I just crack open one of the...
Oh, wait a minute, you got detect magic up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, as you approach, you get these traces of magic from within a couple of the crates that it feels cold, whatever this is. Like, not necessarily ice magic, but whatever this is bound to feels cold and heavy and like these, whatever this item is or items are, have, you know, they hold secrets.
I go up to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Detect traps with the eye.
Nice. Give him a roll. I think it's a roll, right?
I thought you could just do it.
Oh, is it just...
Yeah.
I can't remember how it works. I won't lie.
And because it's a custom thing, I haven't got it on my
right.
sheet. So.
I thought it was that he could just do it at any point when you had to just say that he was doing
Yeah, I
it.
have to just
Oh, right.
use...
I thought it gave you like a bonus to check in or something. Maybe that's something else, like a different rule system that I've read.
Curious stick.
What did you say? Weird stick.
Yeah.
I mean, I can make a roll
that's
if
my
you want.
inventory.
No, it's okay.
Thanos,
It's okay.
weird Thanos.
Cast detect
Yes.
traps.
Weird stick.
And it doesn't seem to be trapped. There just seems to be some sort of additional locking mechanism outside of the latch, but you can't quite figure out where it is.
Okay. I try and... Because you said there's nobody about. Crowbar.
Bar of Crow. Yeah, make a at the strength check.
Would you like to help me with this? No.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Brian, leave now is not the time.
Yeah.
Advantage, or do you want to roll as well?
I've suddenly realised I suddenly remember I don't like you. No, I'll give him advantage.
Yeah. Guidance.
Okay. Oh, neither of them are good.
Guidance.
Guidance. Oh, yeah, I should have guidance myself. Oh, that's a straight 11.
Okay, yeah, it takes you a little bit of time to like get through it, but it's not a particularly robust crate by any means. And you
Was guidance still gone when I...
Oh,
It
guidance is
died,
only a few
it
seconds.
drops
Oh, right,
off,
okay.
Yeah.
It's like for like quick things.
So
None of them matters.
inside this crate is another box, but is like sort of like a darkened steel box with like it's riveted shut and stuff.
How big we talking?
4.5 by 4.5 feet.
The steel thing?
I don't know what that means. Is it big?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 foot's like.
Cass.
I'm 5'1".
Ah, there we
Yeah, so it's like
go. Little bit
half a
like
foot
Cass.
shorter than Cass in every dimension.
Is it heavy? Like, can we?
Yeah, well, it said it's like steel or whatever. It
Yeah,
looks like steel.
Yeah,
But it could be
yeah, two
magical
dudes-
steel.
Yeah, two dudes clearly moved it.
Yeah.
But
So it's,
A, you're unsure if they
it's
were
probably
using magic
hollow.
to aid them.
yeah.
B, you don't know if it, yeah, like you said, it's likely hollow. But to be fair, they were putting their back into
Was
it.
this was this the cold magic box he opened?
Yeah, so within this box, there's still... It's sort of coming from the box and within it. It feels inherently wrong and cold and dark.
I kind of don't like this. I don't know if I want to open this. Is there any discernible... Because you said it's riveted shut.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's no, like, opening mechanism to it.
No, it looks like it's sort of... You need some sort of specialist tools on average, or like some time to get into these things.
I don't have what we need. I mean, I could just... given enough time, yes, I could, but we don't know how long.
Can we take it somewhere? Hide it?
It's
And come back for
pretty
it?
heavy.
Just to reiterate as well, not every box has this cold feeling coming from it.
Okay, I pick one of the ones that doesn't then and just... Bard of Crow.
I only want to specify because it's only fair, because,
Yeah.
you know.
Bard of Crow.
Yeah, that one is a lot easier just to pop open.
Okay.
Like, it's just... And especially with two people doing it. And... You right there, bud?
Did you hear that?
No?
No.
What?
I heard like clicking or
The
something.
only thing I heard was you responding to it.
It was like a fluttering. I
Yeah, it
felt like...
was. It was like a moth sound.
We got a moth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did,
If
yeah.
someone sees it, or you can you tell me, please?
And again.
Is it me doing this?
It's Rob.
No, I can hear it too.
No, you can hear it.
Everyone shush. No.
You sure it's just not me doing this?
I think it's that.
I was just rubbing my thumb on my...
No, it's
Wrong.
not.
No, it's not.
Like
It was
it's
there.
like a fluttering of wings.
The fuck?
I heard it twice.
Just a pelican.
Birds.
Roll initiative, guys!
It's the owl!
I know.
It's the swarm.
Maybe it's
It's
paprika,
the
yeah.
birds.
Oh, it's just my birds.
The parakeets.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you pop open this crate, and inside is a somewhere between 15 and 18-year-old woman,
Alive?
Oh.
bound and gagged.
Awake?
not sure if unconscious or sleeping.
I'm just gonna touch Gareth and be like, I told you.
I immediately, gently as I can, try and sort of wake.
Yeah, so she's basically bound in a ball with her hands behind her back, like a gag around the mouth, and he's spooked and is like, and then she doesn't recognize you, and just that immediate calming,
Yeah, and be like, shh, shh, shh. It's okay, we're not gonna hurt you.
She starts crying, but almost happy tears.
I take the gag out. And
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know. I was grabbed and just beaten, and then I woke up in this crate.
How are you feeling right now?
Like shit. I've been crammed in here for days, I think. Weeks? I don't know.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Southern Marsh Glades. Where am I?
I can't remember the city's name.
Kairut on Bedrick.
Yeah, I say that.
Yeah, she's like, that's half a planet away. How long have I been gone? She starts having basically a panic attack.
Were they loading the crates off the ship?
Yes.
Off. Okay. Cool. Am I seeing this as well? If I've put Jacob to lie down.
Yeah,
I'd
you sort
assume
of
I'd come over. And...
So do you know if there are others like you?
I don't know. I can only assume so.
Am I running out of clothes?
Oh yeah, by this point you're fucking butt naked. The whistles and the cheers erupt. It's just
I try and crack open as many as I can.
Just
yeah.
like,
So
hurry
the
up.
ones that don't have this cold feeling,
And I'm
all
gonna
of them,
unbound them and stuff as we go.
So you start cracking them, you start unbinding them, and it is mostly sort of young adult men and women, but few different races. The halflings among them have had a much more comfy ride.
Yeah.
Compared to the Furbolg woman who was proper crammed in.
I get people to gather around me. I'm like, gather, and Gonk lights up and gives everyone a boost.
Everyone immediately thanks you and feels a lot better about it. They're all confused. They're all Bedrick and oh my god, I came from this place. I came from that place. 5 hit points. Cool. You basically just doubled most of their health, if not nearly tripled.
Can I get up the stairs?
I
Or
mean,
there are people in my way?
there's between you and the stairs out is everyone.
Shit.
Last check just to make sure that there's no people left in crates here.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
With help?
Yes.
With guidance? I'm learning how to D&D. Okay. Ooh, a low roll though. Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
16.
Okay. Yeah. You guys don't think there's anyone left, but you're on
19. And I rolled a 7.
Fucking hell's belt. You're unsure about what's in these steel crates, but you keep getting this hollow feeling when detecting them, but not hollow as in the crate is hollow, but it makes you feel hollow.
It feels strange.
Given Briarleaf's past though, even though she can feel that feeling, she's more focused on getting
So you
people
start
out.
ushering people away.
I'm
Didn't you say they were
reiterating.
closed?
Yeah, but it's
Big
very
ones.
rudimentary. A lot of them have soiled themselves. They've had a bad time.
Now that I'm pretty confident that there's nobody left in crates, I'll relay back to Bax.
Okay.
So there were people in those crates?
Shit.
Yeah.
Jacob's like, what?
Shit. You smell like shit.
He's like, yeah, I still don't know what happened, dude.
Close your eyes. It's okay. It's
Okay.
Just gonna pat his head.
If anyone's coming up the stairs, please wake me. I don't want to get fired.
That's cool. That's cool.
Lilith is
down.
gonna start singing a song, but be really kind of sneaky about it. Just be like, run out of clothes.
Make a performance check.
I do say to you as well that I think I
Natural
got them all.
19. 21.
21. Yeah, you sort of like sing a relatively normal song in the style of like a sea shanty almost, with like a call and response with the guys, and they all join in. But then every now and again you're like, I have no clothes left, no left, or like clothes left, and then it's like, I need to get out right now. Please help me. And it's like back and forth, and these guys are just like clapping along. And they're like, I haven't got a fucking clue what's going on. But Bax is like, what a weird song.
Do I figure it out?
Yeah, I was gonna say make
Or
it.
do I just think it's
let's
weird?
make like a straight intelligence check.
18.
Yeah, it takes you just a second, but you're like, I've not heard this one before. It's a cool song, and then like it's all the like calling back, and you start like joining in, and then you're like, oh shit.
Okay. I'm gonna like lean over the railing and be like, close the grates and wait, close the grates. Get the fuck out.
I assumed you were
Any signs of damage I've left as well, I'll just give them a quick mending.
nice.
And then I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you got mended as
I
well,
got
haven't you?
mended
So,
as well,
Yeah,
so
so we'll
I'll
just pop
help,
mending.
yeah.
Nice. And once I get like a signal from you guys that you're like done, I'm gonna start going down the steps. Just like bang the hammer on the ground and be like, okay, time's up. Thank you,
The goblin
fellas.
captain's like, oh, it always ends so quickly.
Come on, you
You have a
got
good time.
a busy afternoon.
Lilith is just stood there
Gotta
like
get you, sorry.
He's like-
yeah,
he's like- He's like,
I'll double your rate if you stay another half an hour.
that one's on you. I'm just gonna walk back up the steps.
I'm busy.
Oh,
Do you have
fair.
to think about
She's like, I can't deal with the goblins.
yeah, he turns to his like first mate, and he's like,
those tits could crush me at a moment's notice. I never have fun.
Just puts her skirt back on and is just leaving without putting her t-shirt back on. Is just walking up the stairs with her tits out, but like, she's just like, no.
I'm just like standing near like the gangplank, just like looking the other way.
Paprika just sort of
Okay,
like
come on.
gives you a.
She just puts her corset back on, like, before going far enough that you lot would have noticed.
Yeah, so you sort of swan off. A couple of well, to be fair, the people that you sort of ushered out all just sort of like made a break for the city. Just instinctively were like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah.
But yeah, the guys from under the stairs start like coming back up one at a time and start talking and start moving the remainder of the crates from the ship onto the dock. But they start like piling them, and no one seems to notice anything has changed. And while you guys sort of like make a break out to the dock, I think that's where we should end.
Lilith is like, took you enough?
Thank you everyone for watching at home. Like, subscribe and all the usual stuff.
Do the things.
Join our Discord and tell us what you thought of today's episode or any other episode that you've watched thus far. We are not playing next week because it's the last Wednesday of the month.
Indeed.
And then we shall see you in March with slightly different surroundings.
Yes.
So, goodbye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.